Good afternoon, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. My name is Phil and here I am, pressing the buttons, not pressing the right things. How are you all today? It's another Match Time Live. We want your views, we want your comments. Get them in and let us know. I'm literally putting the link up. We want as many fans to join us as ever. We are streaming live on Periscope and Twitter. If you're there, click on this link. And YouTube and Facebook, wherever you are. Let's get a few hellos in before we look at that team news. Get your views and get your comments in on today's team. That's what we want. Maz, good afternoon to you. Come on, Leicester, he says. Jason saying this will be a great watch. 3-2 Leicester. I think you're right. I think it will be a very, very good game today. Jason saying it's going to be tricky. I agree. Matty, how are you? Matty, hope you're well. Where are you in the world today, Matty? Let us know. Peter Shelley, good afternoon to you, Peter. Mark Lockwood says we've got a strong team. We need a great performance and 3 points. Let's add Jamie straight into the mix there. Jamie, good afternoon. How are you?
How the devil are we? Are we good? Are we all well and looking forward to today's game?
I think so. Josh is watching from Melbourne. Thanks, Josh. Anybody else watching from around the world, let us know where you are and we'll give you a shout out. Daz, good afternoon. How are you? So if you're watching the Facebook group, don't forget you have to click on the StreamYard link to allow it to let you get your name up there. No Barnes, please explain, Phil. Come on, Leicester. Let's start with that, Jamie, shall we? No, in fact, Jamie, let's not start because let's start by just looking at the team, shall we?
Right, the team. Have you got the graphic there ready for me to talk over? There we go. It's as simple as that. Schmeichel goal. Fofana, Evans, Fuchs is the back three as normal. Nice to see Evans back in. Shame about Albrighton being dropped, but Justin's been moved over. Tillemans and Justin and Thomas are the wing backs. Mendy and Tillemans are in the midfield, and the front three are Pratt, Vardy, and Maddison. So Maddison has come in instead of Barnes. I thought Maddison would have come in for Pratt today, but it's quite an attacking lineup with Barnes coming on later on and Under coming on, and maybe Nacho coming on. I'm just a bit surprised he's dropped Albrighton, so I thought he'd played pretty well. But there we go. I'm not the manager.
I think Albrighton is, as we always say, he's Mr. Tried, and well, most of us think he's very reliable. But I think maybe in today's team he is just on the fringes of that a starting 11. I can see him having big impact for us in the Europa League this season. Albrighton.
Oh yeah,
I like having Pratt in there. Pratt, Tillemans. I think that's a good mix in there. And Mendy, you've got sort of three stages. You've got super defensive with Mendy.
Yeah.
In the middle with Dennis Pratt and Tillemans is having a good start to the season, isn't he? Oh,
yes. Hold on, something just went wrong there. Yes, I was going to. So I'm back. I'm here. Yeah. I think you'll be more fine if Mendy plays just in front of the back three with Maddison, Tillemans, and Dennis Pratt as the three midfielders and Vardy up top on his own, with probably Pratt and Maddison coming on. Because it seems Mendy gives Tillemans a bit more space to play. And it allows him just to come and pick the ball up and play the ball through. So, come on, Joanna, come and say what you think. Come on live for once. You know you want to. And the bench is pretty good as well, actually.
Yeah. Let's just have a look at the bench, the players who can come on. And then I know I've got Jack waiting to come on and Sean and anybody else who wants to come on. We'll put the link out one more time. Yeah, that bench then, Jamie.
Barnes and Under. Inacho, Albrighton, decent attacking options. Chowdhury in case Mendy gets injured, and Morgan for the defenders. So yeah, it's a pretty decent bench actually. It'd be better if when there's Pereira, Castagna, Soyuncu. It'd be better when they're all back. So, but it's a decent bench. I think that is. I think it's decent.
Indeed. I'm just going to get Sean in very quickly. I want to add Sean in and get his score prediction. Sean, can you hear me? Hi, mate. What's your score prediction, Sean?
I think it might be 5-0.
5-0, Sean. We'll take that. Who do you think is going to score?
Positive, Sean.
Oh, I love it, Sean. Who's going to score the goals for us today, Sean, then?
I think Harvey Barnes and Jamie Vardy and, of course,
I think Madders might get one.
Yeah, from the free kick.
It'd be nice to see him score a free kick, wouldn't it, Sean? We haven't seen him do that for a while. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for clicking and joining us as ever. Great to have you on here.
See you later, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Indeed. Anybody wants to click in, I put the link in there. I know that Matty and Jack has joined us. I'm going to add Matty in briefly and Jack. Let's see if we can get them all in. Good afternoon, chaps. Matty,
Hey, Matt.
Matty, let's start with you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. Back home at the moment. I haven't been on for a bit. Been very, very, very busy. But it's nice to be back with you.
Matty, what do you think to the team lineup today?
Yeah, it's a good lineup, isn't it? I mean, Jamie said about you're surprised all Brighton wasn't in. I don't know if he's that. I'm not saying he's not bothered he doesn't start, but he probably isn't expecting to be starting every single game, is he? Also, be nice to see how Dennis Pratt, Maddison, both starting, which is interesting. And also, it'd be nice to see the Undertaker coming on at some point. I thought he might start, but at some point he'll be linking up with Vardy again, hopefully.
Mixing it up, Jack. I mean, a few people have put questions in there about Harvey Barnes. What's your views on Harvey Barnes not making the start?
I guess you got to change it around a bit, innit, with the fast flow games. I know the international break's coming up, which I'm glad to see that Barnes and Maddison ain't in the England squad, to be honest, because we don't need any more injuries. So we should be injury-free this international break. We expected Johnny Evans to come back in, so that's a good positive start for us. It's good to see Maddison, because I think Maddison can create them chances and basically unlock the door for Vardy to score goals today against Wolves. I think that's what we need.
Jamie, it looks like it would be a 5 at the back or a 3 at the back, whatever you want to call it, isn't it?
I don't know what you call it nowadays. Is it 3 at the back or 5 at the back or 3 with wing backs? I don't know, but it's definitely 3 centre halves. There's no other way, because Luke Thomas can't play left wing, or Justin can't play right wing. So I think it's definitely 3 at the back with the wing backs, which helps because both Thomas and JJ both like getting forward a bit. So they're good young lads, got plenty of energy to burn.
Yeah, I think most people, I'm trying to get people's views in there. Sandra says, happy with the team we're fielding. Matty, a lot of players still out. If we think Ricardo Pereira, Castagna, Soyuncu and Didi, it's still a very strong-looking Leicester side today, isn't it?
Well, it was when we had all these injuries. I mean, we're talking weeks ago now. I mean, it was all doom and gloom about all our first team out. But look at the results we've had with supposedly our first selections away. I mean, I've seen a comment there about Ndidi. I mean, it's a great problem to have, isn't it? When some of these guys are back fit. I mean, it's for first team selections. I mean, let's hope 3 points today and move on again.
Yeah, Jack. Lewis says here we need to step it up at home. The home form has been. We've had 2 defeats, Jack, haven't we? I'm slightly going into the day. I get to, as a Leicester fan, I'm sure you're all the same. I start to get to a point where I get confident, and that's normally where Leicester let you down a bit. So I feel confident about today. But what do you reckon, Jack?
Do you know what, Phil? It's good to be confident as a Leicester fan rather than negative. I guess the run that we've been on now in Europe and in the Premier League has been fantastic away from home. I think it's time to step up our home form, forget about the West Ham and the Villa results at home, and build from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Matty, just before I let you and Jack go, quite a few people putting comments in about Mendy, again, really playing well at the moment. What's your thoughts on Mendy?
Oh, he's been absolutely superb since he's come back from injury, hasn't he? I'll be honest with you, I wasn't his biggest fan last season or the season before. But since he's come back, he's been brilliant. He's everywhere, isn't he? He certainly has a right to hold his place in the squad when indeed he comes back. I mean, what do you think about when that happens?
Yeah, I think.
What are you going to play? What positions are you going to play?
Exactly.
How are you going to play it? You're going to play 2. You're going to play 1. You're going to drop Mendy. You don't know.
How can you at the moment?
No, you can't. The only good thing about it is, indeed, he's out till about Christmas time, isn't it? So Mendy's going to be playing a lot of games. So there's no selection problem there. But you just think, though, you're saying, Matthew, you're saying about we've won like 5 on the bounce with all these injuries. Yeah, like I said to the Wolves fan this morning, we've won 5 on the bounce with 6 players out, 6 first-team players out. That's some going. But we all thought our depth in squad was a bit shallow this year, and then we've just won 5 on the bounce with 6 men out.
Yeah.
You can't You can't beat that, really, can you? The performances have been putting in.
And also, you have to say, it shows what Brendan's doing with this squad rotation, etc. You know, I mean, there's been a lot of doubt with some of the teams that he's put out in early on in the season, but you know, he's coming up trumps, isn't he?
Yeah. That comment by Stuart then, absolutely fantastic comment by Stuart Wells. Just go feel the injuries have played to our benefits and given us a chance. Yeah, I think it has. It's given the younger player or the squad players, not younger players, the chance to show their potential. Like Damari Gray should have, but it hasn't worked with him again, has it?
I think Brendan's good man management, and he's a manager. He's good to get the best out of certain players. So if you look at Luke Thomas last season, James Justin, they've come on well as players, and that's because of Brendan Rodgers with good man management.
Yeah.
Andy says here, before I let you two go, let's start with you, Jamie. Andy says it seems a bit narrow today. I think we've got some width there coming down the wings, but I wanted to move that question on to you, Jamie, about Perez. As far as I know, he's not injured.
He's not even on the bench, is he? I've just noticed that.
Not even on the bench. No Damari Gray even on the bench again. These are sort of players last season who were at least in the matchday squads. And even with all these injuries, Jamie, no Perez today.
I know. It just seems to... I don't think... I sort of agree with that comment about the width, but I don't agree because you've got the wing back. So, yes, we do look narrow up top, but when you've got the wing backs bombing forward, you probably won't be as narrow. But yeah, I do understand where he's coming from with that comment. But as for Perez, I don't know. I really don't know what's happened with him. Whether because we can't play him in his rightful position, whatever his rightful position is, I don't know. It's definitely not on the wing, whether it's number 10 or up top. You probably just can't get him in at the minute because Vardy's scoring the goals, Nacho's scoring the goals. Perez, you don't need another striker there, do you, at the minute? So, I don't know. I really don't know what to do about him.
Matty, are you surprised he's not on the bench at all, Perez?
I thought he might be on the bench, but the way this squad of other players are performing at the moment, you couldn't include him. I mean, he's very, very disappointing. I'm not quite sure what his position is, actually, to be fair. But I'm not surprised he's not included in the first 11. But I thought he might be on the bench. I mean, as for Gray, goodbye, good luck to you. You know.
You think he's gone, Jack? Do you think? I mean, as people saying there, we just put somebody's comment up on there. Jamie said he thinks Perez and Gray will go in January, but Perez must be a little bit disappointed to not be featuring in either much in the Europa League games, the last couple, or the Premier League matches.
I think with Damari Gray, he's finished. I don't think many Leicester fans have rated him since he's been here. He's never really done much since coming here as a player. I guess a goal in pre-season don't really make you a world-class player, does it? But then again, let's move on from that. But the Perez situation, we've got too many midfielders, two attacking midfielders to play Perez in them positions. I think that's why Brendan sticks him out wide, because we've got fewer wingers. But Brendan knows he ain't a winger, so I think because we've got that extra depth attacking midfield, Perez seems to be down the pecking order a bit with Maddison fit again.
Yeah, Matty, Matty and Jack, can you both give me your score predictions first? First goal scorer, correct final score. Matty, you first, please.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit of a tight, cagey affair, funnily enough. Then there's probably be 9 goals in the game. I'm going to say we're going to nick it 1-0.
1-0. So a close one though, Matty.
A close one, and our number 9 scoring the single goal of the game.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, lads.
Hopefully, thanks a lot.
Cheers,
Jack.
Matty. See you later.
Cheers, mate. See you, lads.
Jack, can we get your score prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1, like I said to Jamie this morning. Barnes to score, Vardy to score in Tillemans, and Jimenez to score for Wolves.
Brilliant. Okay, thanks, Jack.
I'm glad you kept the same then, Jack. Glad you didn't change your mind, pal.
No, you can't, can you?
No, once you've said it, that's it.
Yeah. Cheers,
thanks,
guys.
Jack. Hopefully see you later. Cheers, mate. Don't forget, there's still time if you want to click on the link and come and chat with me and Jamie. We've just had Matty on there and Jack, and I know Sam's waiting to come on and give us his score predictions.
This is good, isn't it, Phil? Getting these fans in and telling us what they think. It's good, this is.
Jamie, you talk to Sam. Can you ask him his questions while I share the link again? Is that all right?
You certainly can.
Here we
Sam,
go. Here he is.
Hello.
How are you, Sam? How are you?
All right.
What do you think the score will be today then, Sam?
2-1.
2-1. And who do you think? I presume that's to Leicester, yes? It better be.
Yeah.
And who do you think will score the goals, pal?
Vardy.
Yeah. Anybody else, or Vardy get both?
Vardy get both.
Vardy will get both. So 2-1. Sam's gone 2-1 there, Phil. That's a pretty decent score. I think a lot of people are going for 2-1.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for joining us,
Cheers,
mate.
Sam. Thanks a
Come
lot.
on again.
Much appreciated. Come on afterwards to see if you got the score right.
That's great to have Sam on. So we've had Sam, we've had Matt, we've had Jack. Just waiting for someone, like you say. I'd love to get
Where's my American
faces in.
Foxes? Where's our American Foxes? Zach and Michael. They've not been on a couple of weeks. We need to get Zach and Michael on.
They're probably still either celebrating or commiserating the US elections.
Oh, yes.
We're having a new president out there in America.
Yeah,
Crikey,
they're probably... Oh, no, that's the wrong song. I couldn't remember the American anthem then for a minute. Me and my singing don't go very well sometimes.
Joanna says Madison to score today and 3-1.
Oh, she can't come on today because she's only in her pajamas, so she can't come on today.
She's watching the game in the gym jams.
Yeah, she's watching the game in her pajamas, so she can't come on.
Just giving away all her secrets there. Jason Clare, thanks Jason for watching on Facebook, says 3-2 with a Vardy brace and Madders. I mean, Vardy is in fantastic form, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah. So come on, Phil, before the other two come on, what are you going for today?
I say, Jamie, this is one of those days where I really, like I said earlier, as a Leicester fan, I get all like, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the Europa League. I get overexcited, and then you lose 3-0 at home to West Ham or 1-0 at home to Villa. It feels like one of those days. Wolves are a decent side, aren't they? So
yes.
If somebody offered me a draw now, I don't think it'd be the worst result today, to be fair. But
and you have a go at me for sitting on the fence.
I'm not predicting that. I'm predicting 3-0 Leicester.
I've gone for 3-0 as well. I've gone for 3-0.
I'm going blue tinted specs are firmly on, and my heart rules on school predictions, not my head.
Same as me. But I said it on the West Ham. I was on the West Ham show a few weeks ago, and I said, "Oh, we'll win 3-0." That then we lost 3-0. So, oh my God, here we go again. I'm trying not to be overly confident.
Reese, we always want you to come on, mate.
Come on, Reese. So, come on, Jack.
Always welcome to get your score predictions.
Oh on. Yes. And JJ, is Lox there yet? Because that's who's JJ's had the Lox has had the bet about JJ.
Lox, talk us through. What is your bet then? What is the Lox?
The Boldy Lox.
The Lox bet. The hashtag Boldy Lox bet.
This week, it is if Leicester win and James Justin scores, then it's going off.
It's going off one day soon, isn't it? This.
Well, I think this is the easiest one. I think this is the easiest one.
It's got to be right one day.
He's not going to score many each season, is he, James Justin? Maybe 2 or 3 if we're lucky.
Well, I think he got 1 last year and he's got 1 this year already. So, Lox, he might have scored his goals already.
Well, fingers crossed. That was my thinking behind it. But he's at right wing back today, isn't he? He's not at centre back. So
you thinking? Know. I'll be surprised if you thought about anything, pal.
Drifting in at the back post for a volley.
Please don't.
Boldy Lox and the 3 Foxes.
And Andy Medhurst is going to be at it all day. He's going to keep
straight away.
Yeah, he keeps making me paranoid. He keeps making me think that my match is behind. So I'm like, he puts JJ goal, and I'm like, oh no.
Lox, he must have known you were coming on because Phil put that comment. Unless Phil, you saw him, Lox there, because all of a sudden it was JJ, and I thought that's the comment Lox has got to come on to.
There, yeah. Oh, well.
I think in the Europa League game last Thursday, Lox, you did say that if Fofana scores and Leicester win, you were going to do it, and there was one chance where I thought Fofana was going to do it, but. And then there was another one where I thought it was Fofana had headed it and it hit the crossbar, I think, but it was somebody else had flicked it on. So
yeah,
I'm there watching the match now. Just wait, I'm interested to see James Justin score today.
Well, I'll say what I said. I'll say what I said against Braga. If we're 0-0 or we're 1-0 down and James Justin scores, I'll take it on the chin. That right, but if we're winning 3-0 or 2-0 and JJ scores, I'll be fuming.
No.
So,
oh right, yeah, but you'll still do it though, wouldn't you? You wouldn't let your loyal fans down.
No, never.
Richard says, "Let's go, JJ." Everybody backing James Justin today to score now. Lox.
Hashtag James Justin.
Yeah. Let's all go down Ladbrokes and put some money on.
You know what? It might be worth it. That actually, yeah.
Other bookmakers are available.
That's what you should do, Lox. You should always cover yourself up on a bet like that. If you do something daft. you should at least have a sneaky fiver or a tenner on him just to score. Because then if it does, you lose your hair, but you've got a few quid in your pocket.
That's true. I was
You're
saying
only
that
2 weeks away from a good haircut.
Get on, Paddy Power. £5 returns. Locks to go bold.
Lox has been 24 years since a good haircut, hasn't it, mate?
24.
22.
22.
I thought you were 26.
I forget you're a whippersnapper, Lox.
He's a baby, isn't he?
Yeah. Hey, right. Let's get back to the team news. You two are coming in here to do the watch along, obviously, and we're all looking forward to that again. It is the Remembrance Day service today. I can put the frame on there. Don't forget, obviously, I assume they're still going to do a minute silence before the game. Tom.
I presume they normally will. I think every ground has done a minute, and the horn has been blown for the Remembrance fixture. The one that Leicester City started by putting the poppy on the shirts. We all should remember that. Leicester started the trend. So, yes, normally a day I look forward to going to the ground and seeing the montages we put round there. So, sad not to be there again. But need to back the boys to another win, hopefully.
Yeah, Jamie, I don't know. Obviously, you're out in Spain. So I'm not sure how many of the Remembrance Day services matches you've been to. But obviously, it's horrible to mention the word helicopter with what went on with Vichai, but it used to be pretty spectacular when the ball was delivered in by the helicopter.
Yeah, luckily I've been to a few because we always used to come back the first week in November for a few days. So I have been to a few with a helicopter before the helicopter landed and brought the ball in. And there was also the parachutists have landed with the ball as well. They've done all kinds of things, but the last two have been pretty spectacular that I've been to. So yeah. it's a bit. It's got to be a bit different because this game last year was the second anniversary, the walk. We did the walk on this time. No, we didn't. Sorry.
It all comes around the same point.
It all comes around the same time, doesn't it? It was because we were at Arsenal at home last year, weren't we? This time last year.
Yeah, and Lox, it's always pretty special when we do things like this that we've got on screen now. We've done quite a few over the years, but Leicester City seem to be like they were pioneers, but Lox, they still do it a fantastic job every year.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's sad that we're not all there to be in the stadium, and especially seeing an amazing display like that. But I mean, I don't know if they're doing anything today differently with no fans. But yeah, I'm sure. Well, fingers crossed. We can't be there, but hopefully they get a good result for us. And yeah, I mean, we're doing our bit there with the poppy on the bottom right, so we're showing our part there.
Before myself and Jamie go, I've gone 3-0. Jamie, you've gone
3-0.
Lox, remind us your score prediction.
Can I change from this morning?
No.
By the way, I'm going 3-0. Anybody to score as long as James Justin gets one.
I said James Justin as well.
This morning I said 3-1. I'll stick with that. Yeah.
James Justin hat trick for Lox. Tom, how about you?
Somebody else said that earlier.
Going for 2-1. I said 2-1 this morning. Jamie Vardy with a brace. I just noticed that Tottenham have won at West Brom, meaning win 1-0. So we have to win if we want to go top tonight. And I then hope Man City beat Liverpool. So it's in the lads' hands. They're in the tunnel now, and it's down to them to go out and get the performance and the win today.
We'll let
Blimey,
you
close? Yes.
We'll let you take over. But Tom, did you say 2 goals to Jamie Vardy? Are you sure about that today?
Yeah, JJ.
Yeah, one for James Justin. Brilliant. All right, we'll see you back See you back at half time. Have a great watch along.
Cheers, lads. Thank you.
Cheers.
So here we go, Tom. Third watch along, and our previous ones, our last two have brought up 8 goals for Leicester. Do you see another 4 goals for Leicester today?
Let's hope so, Lox. Let's hope we continue the trend of winning on these watch-alongs. It's a lot easier to do. I can't imagine sitting here if we get tanked. But like you say, we should go in with confidence. We've been winning games with a depleted team. The lads who have come in have been brilliant. It just shows you, for me, the depth in the squad as Wolves make their way out onto the pitch.
Yeah, last couple score predictions here. Ben Morgan says 3-2 Leicester. And Jason Gunn reminding us Spurs have gone top, as Tom just said. So yeah, they're as Tom said, they're just coming out of the tunnel now. And what are your thoughts? I don't know if you said with Phil there. Sorry, I joined a bit late. Barnes on the bench today, Tom. What are your thoughts on that?
It was always going to be tricky to see who he played in behind Vardy. If you look at the season so far, Dennis Pratt has been consistent every single game. Probably the Leeds game was probably his weakest one out of the lot, but he still did his job well enough to keep his place. And then it was all down to who was going to fill in that other space. Was it Barnes or Maddison? I think after the performance of the night for Maddison, nearly 90 minutes under his belt, he's fitter and stronger. He's kept his place, and you couldn't really drop Luke Thomas or James Justin, so it's hard, but that's what the squad's there for. We've got a long, hard season ahead of us, and we go again today with a different team.
Yeah, and there it is one more time for everyone to see. That is the lineup for today's game against Wolves. So as you can see, Johnny Evans back into the back three alongside Fofana and Fuchs. James Justin and Luke Thomas playing in the wing-back roles. Yuri Tielemans and Nampalys Mendy in midfield. And then front three or two just behind Vardy. You've got Dennis Pratt, James Maddison, Jamie Vardy. So, yeah, a strong lineup, Tom. Obviously, Evans, big boost for us as well, him being back. Not like the other three have done, they've done good, really.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, it was a very difficult situation to try and drop a back three that have been playing very well. But
yeah,
obviously, when you got someone like Johnny Evans against a team like Wolves, I'm just looking at their front three now: Neto, Jimenez, and Podnes. Is it Daniel Podnes?
Podence.
From what I've seen, I know I can't pronounce the name, but I've seen enough for this number 10, and he does look a nice.
Oh, are you with me, Tom? I think I've lost Tom there. I think I've just lost Tom. We'll just see if he manages to pull back there. There we go. Right. So the players are on the pitch. They will take part now in a 1 minute or 2 minute silence, I believe, with Rodgers and Nuno Espirito Sanchez. Am I getting that right? Is that the right name? With the reefs, the poppy reefs there. And for the minute silence, we will just get this on screen for everyone to just obviously have on while the minute silence takes place. So that is the minute silence just come to an end. The players, obviously, as I said, are around the halfway circle there. Big game for Leicester today. It's going to be a tough one. We'll just wait for Tom to get back. He's just lagged out there. But yeah, as Leicester Fan TV, as Phil or Jamie, whoever it is putting in the comments, they are saying, obviously, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe on Leicester Fan TV. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Please just if you're on YouTube, just press the subscribe button above Leicester Fan TV. And as well as that, if you click the little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever we're going live. So yeah, whenever we're going live, it will flash up on your thing, and you'll never miss it. And if you are watching YouTube as well, if you're in a position to do so, drop us a super chat if you enjoyed the watch along. That'd be brilliant if you can, and that will help support us and bring you all the free content as we do. But yeah, Reese says here, right, boys, let's hope for a win. See you at half time. The Wolves players just in a circle now, crowd in a crowded circle, just having a chat with each other. I'm sure getting themselves fired up for a big game for both of us. They're a good side. We all know that Wolves are a very, very good side. We're coming back from a brilliant home win in Europe the other day against Braga 4-0. Prior to that, we beat Leeds 4-1. So we've been scoring some goals recently and not conceding too many. So fingers crossed we can take that forward into today's game. And yeah, the players just take the knee for a couple seconds there before kickoff takes place. And we are live. There we go. They have kicked off. And here it is. Leicester City versus Wolves. No Barnes, as we discussed. No Barnes in the team today. He's on the bench. So James Maddison is back in the front three, if you like, alongside Vardy. And Wolves are on the attack here already with Neto. Neto's going to try and get the ball into the box, into Johnny Evans's feet, who's able to clear. And that sits now with Luke Thomas, who is running down the left side of the pitch. Into Maddison, can't quite get the ball to his feet. Wolves starting fiery here. They are pressing well. Leicester, I know it's only obviously a minute in, but Leicester struggling to keep hold of the ball. Wolves have won it back again, and that does go out for a Leicester throw in here on the dugout side, on the touchline. And there we go. Leicester 0, Wolves 0. So we'll see how this game gets on. Christian Fuchs in the team today as well, playing a lot of minutes for, remind me how old he is, 35, 36. So his legs keeping up well. And you'll be happy that I'm not like that today. Look at the screen. I've got it here in front of me instead. So a bit easier to watch. Tielemans there. Just passing it around in midfield, back to Fofana and back into Tielemans' feet, who goes out wide to James Justin. Back in there to Tielemans. Leicester just passing it around here a little bit. Just back and forth. James Justin looked for a run from Pratt, but couldn't quite get one. And it's come back to Evans in defence there and out wide with Fuchs again. So, yeah, Leicester now just kind of passing it around there comfortably. Not too much pressure now from Wolves. Brilliant pass out wide from Fofana. James Justin now out wide trying to beat a man. Has to play it back a little bit. And it's back with Tielemans. Yeah, Leicester just passing it nicely, comfortably around the back here. Might see a different Leicester performance today. We might have a different game plan. Obviously, in the last few games, we have sat back, really, let the other team have most of the possession. But I also know that Wolves like to play that way sometimes as well. And a similar formation too. So it will be an interesting one to watch today. And as Tom was mentioning, Podence is a great left winger. We had Luke on earlier on, a Wolves fan with Jamie, who was explaining, Podence, how good he is. He said that he was a bit like a slight Eden Hazard, a bit of a lightweight Eden Hazard, and obviously that's that makes for good reading for them. So we'll just see if Tom is back on yet. Nothing quite yet. Maddison's got a free kick here. He's going to get the ball into the box. Awful free kick that. And it doesn't even beat really the first man there in the box. And that's going out for a Wolves throw. Now Maddison will be disappointed with that free kick. Remember, guys, keep getting your views in about the game. Get your score predictions, even though the match has already started. You can keep getting your score predictions in. Let us know what you think the score's going to be. Who you think, which players are going to be standouts for today's game. Tielemans here with the ball again. Back to Fofana, just playing it around at the back. Mendy nearly loses the ball, but he gets his body in front of the box, and he does lose it though. and it's an easy one for Fofana to intercept, who now pushes forward with James Justin on the right-hand side. Will James Justin try and get a ball into the box? He does, and it's not going to fall for a Leicester player. It's cleared easily there by the Wolves defender, Kilman, I believe, and that's going out for a throw-in again. More comments coming in with the score predictions. 3-0 to the Foxes. Fee has said. Ben saying handball. Don't really know what you were on about there, Ben. Don't know what handball there was. Didn't see one myself. As you can see in the top left corner of the screen there, guys, Leicester Fan TV, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell as well, and that'd be much appreciated. You'll never miss a watch along. Corner here for Leicester. Maddison's going to whip this in with his right foot. Can it get on the head of anyone? Not quite. It's come back out to Mendy. He's going to pass it back to James Justin, hopefully looking for another player, which he does out wide with Christian Fuchs. Tries to get the ball in, and it's cleared by Pedro Neto. Chubbs is here. What colour is London? Well, looking at the table, mate. White or blue. But, yeah, definitely not red. Pedro Neto there, being highlighted by the Sky Sports. Good player. We've heard from Wolves fans. You know, it's he's a good player, tricky player as well. Playing on that right side today. He can play left side or right side, but he is on that right hand side today, going up against Christian Fuchs or Luke Thomas. Eamon is here. What do you think for Rodgers this season? I mean, what do you mean by that, Eamon? I think obviously we've had a good start to the season. It's clear, looking at the Premier League table, looking at the Europa League table as well in our group. We're playing very, very well, not conceding too many goals since the West Ham game where we lost. Since the Villa game, and we're scoring goals really for fun recently. I'm not too sure how today's game will go in terms of goal scoring. Be a bit more of a tricky game. Maddison tries to get the ball out here over the top to Jamie Vardy. Forced wide, and it's back with Mendy, but Luke Thomas has now got it on the left-hand side, and Mendy has lost the ball, unfortunately, and that's going out for another Leicester throw-in. Alan says London is white. We're getting Tottenham fans in our here or something. Nang plays. What's your prediction? My prediction is 3-1 to Leicester today. Not too sure exactly who's going to score it. Hopefully not James Justin. As you've seen, Baldy Locks bet tonight is if James Justin scores and we win, my hair's getting shaved off. Not looking forward to that, but hopefully we can win without a James Justin contribution. Probably have to go with a Vardy goal, really, won't we? Semedo, the former Barcelona defender, right back, is with the ball now, taking the throw in. Tries to get it as far forward as possible on the head of Jimenez, but can't quite get it. And it is intercepted by Christian Fuchs. This is Semedo again, who will take it. What a signing for them. I mean, they've signed some ballers there, haven't they, Wolves? Semedo as well. I mean, he's a good player. You don't come from Barcelona and not be a good player. Eamon says, show me your squad in fantasy. I'll show you at half time, or if I can, or in the second half. We're going to get Tom back in just a moment. But yeah, I'll show you my fantasy football. It's looking all right this week. Harry Kane's saved me a little bit with his goal today. To be fair, I would have rather them not win today, but oh well. Let's get Tom back in. You all right, Tom, mate? Lost you for a bit there.
Powers at me, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always the case. The internet decides to drop out just before you're about to start a game, innit?
Yes. All good now. What are you? What minute are you on? Just so I can see how well we're doing.
8 minutes, 30 seconds.
You're just ahead of me this time, which is strange because I'm watching live on Sky Sports.
So am I as well. So that's strange.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
I can't even update it.
Strange that is. We're both watching Sky, and I'm a minute after, a few seconds in front. But no, it's been a good start. We've chucked a few balls in their box. We're trying to see what we can get out of it. But it's nice to see we're starting with the ball, and obviously, Wolves are coming and sitting deep again.
Great understanding between these Wolves players, as you said, they do play together.
Yeah, and we don't need Tom's commentary today because we could hear Martin Tyler well on his mic.
I'll turn that off now. Get done.
Yeah, we will, won't we? Yeah, true.
So yeah, no, it's been a tidy start from us. We say New Wolves are going to come and seek daylight to counter attack, you know, and that's their game plan. What can you say? It works well for them. It worked well for us at times this season on the away games. So I think at home, teams are going to come and sit in and say, you know, follow West Ham's game plan, and it worked well for them. So.
Yeah. No, I was just going through some of the players in Wolves' squad. I mean, they are quality players. Like you look at Nelson Semedo as well, a new lad there at right wing back or right back. But you don't come from a club like Barcelona and not be a good footballer, do you?
Oh no, mate. I mean, there's got some quality players in there. They've got some quality players all across the park. You know, Semedo, he's another young lad coming through the ranks, and he's going to do a job there. So it'll be interesting to see. For me, it's a battle of the midfields for me today. Jado needs to get further up the pitch and wait to score from there. It's all right.
And they don't start.
He's going to score with a screamer.
I hope not.
We've seen him hit them before. We'll play Dennis Pratt in the tight area there. That's got to be a comeback for the free kick referee. No? Okay then.
I'm not liking this. How you're ahead? I'm not liking this. I need to try and. What is going on here?
So it'll be a ball on the halfway line. Stefan Fafana to take the throw in back to Pratt. Inside, loses it. Wolves have the ball on the left hand side. I'm going to go all the way back to the centre half, just on the centre circle. Bonnie with the ball. No one seems to be closing down. We seem to be dropping deeper and deeper, letting Wolves have the ball in some ways. We'll go to this left-hand side, back to the centre-backs. We're just passing it nicely on the back line there. Not rebooting it. Dennis Pratt closing down. The ball go out for a Wolves throw on the left-hand side. 10 yards from the halfway line. It's been a good start from the lads. I can't really say much more than that. It's been a quiet game for the opening 11 minutes. Ball go up in the air, go land on Bonnie's head, he'll clear it. Yes, he does. Pressure from Madison. Luke Thomas with the ball, he'll lose it there on the tackle. And Wolves will play out from the back. On the right hand side, Wolves come back. Great play, Luke Thomas winning the ball back. Pape Mendes sets it forward to Dennis Pratt. Dennis Pratt will cut back. He'll find Tillemans. He'll find Madison. Lovely feat by Jane Madison there. Dennis Pratt on the edge of the area. He'll cut back. He'll come back to Pape Mendy. He'll go right to the right to James Justin. Will he have attack? He'll come inside to Mendy. Back into James Madison. Tricky feet again. He looks for the inside ball. Lovely ball inside again to James Justin. He finds Dennis Pratt on the right. Oh, cries for handball there, but I don't think he'll give this. I think it's too close. I think
it is very close.
He's too close to get out of the way of it. I think that's the lino saying. Lovely play though. I mean, oh, do you know what? I don't know now.
Is this going to VAR, Tom?
I think you've got to check it. If I'm honest, his hand is away from his body. He's blocking the cross coming into the penalty area for me.
That's close.
It's not close to his. If you look at it, he's not close to his body. It's not down by its side. That is sticking out. That should be a penalty under the new laws.
Is this going to VAR, Tom? You're just a bit ahead of me, mate.
I think at the moment they are checking it. Yes, checking for a possible handball. For me. Go and check the screen and see have a look himself. For me, his hand is away from the body. It's not in a natural position if they're saying within inside the penalty area. I know this was saying does make a natural position, but the ball, it's stopping the ball go across the box for me there.
I've got a feeling this is going to be given, Tom.
For me, the ball's going to go across the box. It is stopped. Yes. Penalty to Leicester. Yes, he's given a penalty. Penalty to Leicester after, 12 minutes into the game. To be honest, it was brilliant build-up play from the lads. They were keeping it around the centre circle. They were passing it 1-2. The ball then went into James Madison. The Wolves players are not happy at this point with this given. But again, we've seen them given. We haven't seen them given. But for me there, it's a blatant handball on the excuse that he's sticking his hand out, trying to block the cross. He might have done it unintentionally, but his hand is in an unnatural position, sticking away from his body. And if you look where the ball would have landed, it would have landed near Vardy and the defender. So he stopped, well, you could say stopped a goal scoring chance. Jamie Vardy to step up and take it against referees, just telling the goalie stay on his line, as they always do now. So 14 minutes in, Vardy to take the penalty. Does his usual quick run up and scores into the right hand corner, and it's a goal for Leicester.
That is 1-0 to Leicester City. Well,
I
Tom,
thought the goalie was going to save it. I literally, the way the ball from the camera angle, I thought it was the goalie was going to save it. Look, what a penalty for him. The build-up play though down the right-hand side, yeah. I mean, it's away from his body. There's no question about that. It's not even a tight one. Dennis Pratt is on the 18-yard line. The defender is probably about 3 yards away from him. It's gone across his body, and then his left hand is sticking out and clips it. It's definitely a penalty, but Jamie Vardy, cool and calm, sends a goalie the wrong way and puts it into the middle of the net on the right-hand side.
that is 1-0 Leicester. After we saw the replay back once, Tom, we could kind of see that it was going to go to VAR, obviously with the position of his arm. Let's get some comments in, some reaction to the goal. 1-0, Jamie Vardy with the penalty after, I think it was Kilman who gave away the penalty there with
Kilman,
the handball.
Max Kilman, yeah.
So Phil or Jamie, get in. That's Fan TV. Come on, you foxes. Let's go. Dean Saunders says, smiley face ball, Fox. And Ben Morgan says, boom, which is right. What are you on now, Tom? I think I might have caught up. I think I might have.
Bang on 16 minutes.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I know. I was like, what's going on? Handball or not? But yeah, oh well.
Yeah, it was good build-up play for me there as well, because we were cool, calm, and patient. You know, referee there. JJ's coming behind from Raul Jimenez, but for me, he kicks the ball before he even goes near the man. He doesn't really touch the man, but I suppose the intent now coming from behind, you can't do it anymore. I mean, yeah, for the goal, great. For the penalty, great build-up play from the lads for me. You know, between the passing there, intricate play from Tillemans to Maddison to Pepe Mendy, back to James Justin, who then slid it down the line to Dennis Pratt to whip in the cross. It was great build-up play for that to get that penalty. And again, someone just put on there, Pete just put great start. It is to go 1-0 up against the Wolves team is a good start, because it means now they've got to come out and try and play. And you saw after the first 15 minutes, they were trying to keep it tight at the back.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a great way to bow out. I know it's early days, early in the game, but it'd be a great way to see in the international break, wouldn't it, Tom? With a good another win.
Can get a win today going into international break. I know some of the lads will go away. I'm quite pleased that Howard Barnes and James Maddison are in the England squad. I think it will keep them fresh and ready for us when we need them, rather than be at the training ground potting along and doing bits and pieces than flying all around the country and around Europe, not playing any games for no point. So it's good for us. The squad will hopefully get a little bit of a break now in this period. I don't know if Johnny Evans has been included in the Northern Ireland squad. I'd be surprised if he hasn't, but
I think he has. Yeah,
be one of those now. You'd hope that if they lose out in the playoffs they're into, if they were to lose the playoffs, and hopefully you might call it a down international front, and concentrate on us. But I don't know. It's a hard one. But look, 18 minutes in, 1 up against Wolves, just what we wanted.
Yeah, quality start. Just like Leeds, quality start against them. That's 9 goals, Tom. 9 goals in 2 games in 18 minutes for us on the watch along. So we're happy. Like you said, might be a different mood that we'd be in if we were getting battered on a watch along, but for now we'll take it. Great form that we're on at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, just that comment there. I mean, referees are no more human but now robots that make decisions using their heads. I mean, the problem you got is the idea was the VAR was brought in to clear up decisions. I mean, as a lino there, you don't want to be given a decision against any team, even if you think it's a pen, because you can't judge how far he is away.
Yeah.
So I can understand the lino there. The referee's in a difficult position to see where the ball come in or what he's hitting. So you've got to rely on your linesman. I mean, suppose now referees are going to use that. They not 100% sure. They'll wait for the referee to go to VAR nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen more and more, aren't we, of referees going to the screen, to the monitor to look at it. So for me, that's a positive sign, really. Before, you know, like last season, we had a few handball decisions, probably some more stonewall than that. And there was no checking of the monitor. It was just the guys on the mic saying no penalty, and that was it.
Again, what stood out for me when you're talking about penalties was the Manchester City. Great ball, Dennis Pratt. Oh, just off Vardy's head. So close to Vardy's head and making 2-0 Leicester, but just couldn't get on. A lovely cross from Dennis Pratt on the right-hand side. Yeah, I mean, going back to the penalty shouts, I mean, the Man City game at home was a complete farce.
Yes.
I mean, you take a free kick, it blasts into Kenny De Bruyne's hand, who's up in the air like that, blocking the ball, no penalty. Dennis Pratt in the second half blocks it by accident with his hand. He's not in looking where the ball is, but the penalty is given by the VAR and video assistant ref in Stockley Park. But there was some strange decision, and for me, that's what the monitor was done for. Use the monitor. Don't make the referee decision being made at Stockley Park. Make the decisions being made on the pitch by a referee by using that monitor more often than, you know, going by what your mate said. Because some of the time, I feel they don't want to drop the mates in it that have missed such a big one by going, oh no, it's not a penalty, but it clearly was. So it's a difficult situation. I'd rather the referees use that monitor more, even if it's 10 times again, and get it right, than not use it at all, what they didn't last year.
Yeah, I mean, Ben's is there. The ball went across his body and he used his hand to block the ball. Penalty all day. Gray says, Locks, what's going to happen today for you shaving your Swede? James Justin scoring and Leicester winning. So who knows? Jono says, Vardy's going to score 45 goals this season, 20 penalties. God.
Tom, you're 40 seconds ahead.
Well, I think we're in time now, thankfully.
21 minutes I'm on. Well, 21. 5 seconds, whatever it is.
Yeah, spot on.
Well played, Luke Thomas. Oh, yes, it will. Ooh, I thought it was a corner kick there.
So
played Luke Thomas down, battling down the left, tried to get it in. I thought it took a deflection off the Wolves players on you there, but it's just gone out for a goal kick and Leicester will reset themselves. But look, it's all the pressure at the moment for me is from Leicester. We're the ones doing the attacking, and the Wolves don't seem to have any questions of coming out and having a go yet.
Yeah, completely agree with you there. I don't know, when you cut out at the very start, Tom, they had an attack. Obviously they were pressing us quite a lot there at the start, but it's kind of died down a little bit now, especially after the goal as well. So
yeah, saw the first bit, man, saying Wolves did come out the first 5-6 minutes and really press us high, and you had the one opportunity, but well played to Dennis Pratt with the ball. Just plays it. Tried to play a slider ball, but defender intercept. Balls will go long over the top.
To Jimenez, heads down to Neto.
Fuchs will come out to cover. He'll keep the ball in on the right hand side. Plays a little 1-2, goes back. Well played, Leicester defending nicely and just making them go across the line to the left hand side.
Seen that comment, mate.
Oh, you're going to be a long few weeks, you know, until you actually have to shave your head, then it'll go quiet.
It is, mate. Imtiaz, afternoon to you, mate. I keep going say evening. It's the first time in a while we've had an afternoon game, Tom.
I know. Vardy will run away from Connor Cody there. Oh, he'll get the... And again,
still got it.
Vardy on the left, taking on the defenders. They tried to cut it back to Madison. Well,
good interception by Mendy.
Oh, Fuchs not across the line. Fuchs give the ball away. Jimenez on the attack. Well played. Stefan Fofana with a tackling back with a foot over the top of the ball and wins it cleanly. Got herself in a bit of the mess there. We'll start with Vardy trying to overplay me back to Madison. Then Pepe Mendy slid in, won the ball. Fuchs gets it on the halfway line, but just took too long there. And before he knew it, Jimenez had nicked it off him. But
great save there by Fofana. Great recovery. As we've seen already, time and time again.
Madison tries a turn and just loses the ball. And Neto will come down the left, try and take Fuchs on for pace and runs it out of play for a Leicester throw.
Can you speak any Spanish or Portuguese or Mexican or anything like that? Saludos desde Mexico. So
Afternoon.
Hello to Mexico or
Maybe
afternoon to
that's
Mexico.
hello. Yeah, maybe that's hello from Mexico. Maybe hello to Mexico.
We'll ask Phil at half time. He must know. It's a clever
Who?
Phil must know. Or Jamie, one of them two. Jamie
TD.
probably. Jamie can be a translator, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure he can. Yeah, Fofana going to be a great signing. He already is a great signing. He's unbelievable. Yeah, such a good start from him, man. I'm so excited to see what he can do for us, over the next couple of years. John's boy 86, hi Humanos Mexicano. I don't know what's going on here. We need Jamie.
This is probably all the Wolves, Mexican Wolves fans who are following them, probably, mate.
Oh yeah, true.
They've got Raul Jimenez, haven't they, in the team?
Mm.
Lox is on is he on the Corona?
Oh yeah, I'm on the Soul, Mexico.
Oh,
Look at that. I didn't even think. Maybe that's why they're saying that. I love Mexico, especially their beer. But yeah, hello to Mexico. If you are Mexican, well, thanks for joining all the way from Mexico. I came because True Fox ended this stream accidentally. Right, okay. Welcome. I mean, this is a better stream anyway.
I'm on the bud, Ben Morgan. Good lad, man.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I only because I saw a good deal. I won't specify the supermarket because there are a lot of supermarkets available, but 36 for £20, which I thought was a good deal.
That's fair price. That is
good, mate. So
not really happy. I mean, the ball's just being passed around by Leicester on the halfway line between Tillemans, who put a lovely ball over the top for James Justin to whip one in. It'll go to the goalkeeper, but fair play. It was a lovely ball by Tillemans looking over the top of the defence. James Justin took a touch, notched it forward and whips in the cross just too close to the goalkeeper.
Armando says Cerveza Sol, which is Sol beer, I believe. Cerveza is beer, right? So yeah, Sol beer. Yes. C is that's yeah.
Si, senor.
Yeah, si, senor. We got loads of these Viva Mexico Carbonadas. Right, that's it now. I'm done with the pronunciations. I can't do it. There we go. There's one replying to Tom. Vardy on the ball here, through to Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt will take it to the right, cuts it back, lovely cut back. James Justin clips it. Ooh, but it'll come to Luke Thomas on the edge of the area. Mendy. It'll go back to Luke Thomas wide. You won't keep it in. Mendy overplays it and it'll go out for a Wolves throw. But good little play by Vardy down to Pratt, who then cuts it back to Justin, who tried to clip it, I think, for Vardy in the front post area, but just goes away from it, did.
Yeah, someone was just responding to you, Tom. There we go. Yeah, boys, I'm Mexican and Raul is our boy, a great striker, and Solbeer is good. So there we go. Tom's there we go. Yeah, your theory was correct. They are, because Raul is their boy. Great striker though, isn't he, Raul Jimenez? He's shown it over the last couple of years. And he's been a big part of their growth really in the Premier League, haven't they, Jimenez?
Oh, mate, massive. I mean, when he came up with them, everyone was like, who's this number 9? What's he going to do? He scored a few goals, but he's just settled into the Premier League week in, week out. You can't give it. He's for me, he's a Vardy, like Vardy. You can't give him a second because he only needs one. And you give him one, he'll score. He's a top player. I mean, but you got to look at their team. I mean, Ruben Neves, for me, is a player that will go on to play for some of the big clubs in this league at some point. He's absolute class.
Yes.
If you look at the players they've got some top signings. One player for me, mate, who frustrates me if I was a Wolves fan, is Traore. I mean, the boy's got so much potential. He's another Damari Gray, so much potential, but you don't see enough.
Unique.
Of it. I mean, yeah, he is. He's don't get me wrong. I'm not putting Traore and Gray in the same boat. They're not, but they're very similar. They're very frustrating players to watch because Traore's can be class. You saw that at Man City when he scored 2 goals last season. But he just doesn't do enough with his potential all the time, and he doesn't get enough assists for me. For some of that pace to get away from people, you're expecting a bit more. Just playing around the middle of the park, Jay Maddison picks it up. He'll go right to James to Dennis Pratt. He was looking for, but Wolves were intercepted. Dennis
James
Pratt
Justin very high. James Justin very high up at the pitch there. That worried me a little bit when I saw him so far up. Remember, guys, make sure you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just press the subscribe button at the top and click the bell button as well so you're notified whenever we're live. And if you're not watching on YouTube, then go to YouTube anyway and subscribe. So, you know, either or, hit the subscribe button. Give us a like and a follow as well if you're on Facebook, Twitter, all of that. So, yes. Ben says should do a watch along towards the end of the season where we all get on it and watch us descend as the games go on.
Last away game's got to be fancy dress, mate, if we do one.
Oh, we've got to, yeah. I reckon we all get on here with a load of beers and just commentate on the game.
Fancy dress, that was used to be last away game was always a good one for me when we used to go away. Last away games, everyone dressed up as fancy dress, and used to be cracking days, especially in the League One season and the Championship season. We had some right lads going to some of the grounds. Crew away was a brilliant one when we won 3-0 and people dressed as pirates and everything that day.
Yeah, that's it. Imtiaz has said about the pay-per-view, saying, thank God 15 quid pay-per-view is over after the international break, but wonder how much each match will be then. Do you know if they're completely scrapping it, Tom, or are they just reducing the price?
I think the one I'd seen, they were scrapping it for the time being until the end of the season. There was talk, or till end of hold on, got a break. I just one break. Tillman just couldn't get his pass away on the edge of the 18-yard box. Vardy was making run in, but we still got the ball. So Fofana coming down the right. He's trying to take on his man, little drag back, cuts it aside to Dennis Pratt. He'll go across the box. He'll come to Tillemans on the edge of the area. He'll do a little dance.
He's still got it.
Oh, he's cut it back to Maddison. Maddison's still got the ball. But he's surrounded by the Wolves players. He's going to have to come across here to Justin. No, Tillemans to Justin, to Pratt. Back onto the right-hand side. Oh, Dennis Pratt will do some step over. Back to Mendy. He'll go right to Justin. Justin will keep it and go back to Mendy. Inside field, Tillemans. We're playing around nice here, Leicester.
Yeah.
One or two touches are extra than they needed, and I think we would be away by now with a second goal. To James Justin into Maddison. Comes across the penalty area. Comes to Tillemans, rolls it. Fuchs will have it here. He shoots. Oh, they'll go past. Cuts across the goal, but it was great effort by Fuchs. Kept it low, just dragged it wide.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it in his locker. We've seen it time and time again from the volley, from the half volley off the floor. He's done it before. So, you know, fair play to him for taking a shot there. It weren't too far.
About 4 yards wide that went. But do you know what? It was a good effort after good build at playing pressure. Leicester putting the walls under there. Yeah,
quality, yeah. He's still going with his you know, aging legs. He's doing well, isn't he?
He's fit as a we'll lose the ball there. James Justin will clear it though. That's good. Yeah, I mean, Fuchs, you can't fault him, can you? It's the same as the old guard. You keep rolling them out. Morgan, Fuchs. I wouldn't really class Albright as an old guard. I mean, he's only 30, this poor lad. I mean, I haven't classed him one of the old guards, but he's only 30 years old, Mark Albright. But for me, you know, Fuchs and Morgan, you keep rolling them out and they keep doing the business. I mean, Fuchs to play this is his third game now of the week. It was at Leeds. He started against Leeds. He started in UEFA Cup and he started again today. I mean, fair play to him. And he comes in and does a professional job every single time. Yeah,
Reece saying that Fofana has been great, lads. I don't know. He's great everywhere. It's just unbelievable. He's just so consistent. You know, he's not made any mistakes yet. And I saw Brendan talk the other day when he was asked about Fofana. He said, you know, he will make mistakes along the way, which he will. He's 19 years old, for Christ's sake. So he's going to have, you'd think, you know, it's early on, but you'd think he's going to have a brilliant career.
Yeah, I think that if you look at it, mate, like any kid or any youngster playing in the top division in, you know, the best league of the world, they're going to make mistakes at times. That's either losing the ball, a poor pass. We've seen the other night from the Leeds players, only a young lad.
Yeah,
it happens. But you've got to, if you really believe them, like Brendan does with the youngsters, you have to keep playing them, because if you were to not have a good game and then drop them, you'll kill the confidence before they even get going. So for me, you know, it's great to see Brendan will give these youngsters a go. I mean, look at Luke Thomas, the end of the season. The game against Tottenham, a couple of mistakes. The game against Man U, a couple of mistakes. He could easily have been, Rodgers got to go, do you know what, he's not ready yet. Look, you know, he's honest enough to say, I mean, if you look at Benkovic already, he's made it quite clear that Benkovic is not ready for Premiership football. Now, what do you say? Oh,
not too sure on that. Yeah, I thought he did too.
You know, what would you say to Benkovic? You know, are you going to go out and go on loan? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think you're good enough. I mean, that must be disheartening to Benkovic, who's come here, seen, you know, Soyuncu sit and wait and get his time and go and show himself. But Benkovic, when has played, he's done okay. But Rodgers must just see that, you know, bit of naivety in him to think that he's just not ready for the Premier League yet.
Yeah, James here for you, Tom. Hi, Tom.
Afternoon, James. Hope you're keeping all right, mate.
Paul says Wolves can't get anywhere near our goal. Oh,
Just as he says that.
yeah, literally. Ben says Tillemans had 3 random in the box. Would have been tempted to go to ground.
So Wolves got the ball, mistake by Luke Thomas. So we said the youngster mistake, kicks it there, and he went to keep it in, go straight to the Wolves player. Wolves into the 8. Well tackle. Christian Fuchs comes over and cover. Otherwise, they were clearly in there and they were going to be pulling it back. But great play.
Solid as always.
As you just said about a youngster making a mistake, Luke Thomas there, went to clear it, but kicked it off his other foot and it rolls out towards a throw. He keeps it in, but rolled it straight to a Wolves player. 3 passes later, the Wolves are flying into the box and Fuchs keeps it out for a corner. But Wolves take this corner. It'll be an in swinger. BNCO marking up. So taking it short. They'll get the angle. He'll whip it in now, and it'll be away by Fuchs again. Mendy, great block there, kid. Oh, he looks for Vardy. Vardy is away. Vardy will get this, will he? Oh, just gets nicked off him. But great ball by Luke Thomas.
I'm not sure on that. Get up.
Vardy challenged with him. Obviously, the Wolves players won the ball and kicked Vardy's foot. I'd say that's. Have a look at the replay. Yeah, Vardy's not. He kicked his foot. He's just come down and stood on him a little bit, but nothing serious. Not a foul for me there.
Well, I suppose he's gone down there just in case Vardy did win it as well, so he could obviously try and stop play. But Semedo now out on the wide right.
And it'll go through to Kasper Schmeichel. We're holding firm. We look.
Yes.
Kasper there, you made me panic. So Kasper played out from the back, a short ball. I thought Kasper were going to pick it up because it was our ball. Kicked out with his feet to Fuchs, who cleared up the line, but gone for a throw to us. But it did panic me because he's going to cross our box as the Wolves players were closing him down.
We've seen that before, eh?
God. Lovely throw by Fuchs to Tillemans, loads of space. Come across here. He'll go to Dennis Pratt. Poor pass by Tillemans there. To go backwards. Justin on the right hand side will attack the right back. Comes inside to Mendy. He will turn again to Pratt. Back across the box, Christian Fuchs. Fuchs will hold the ball 5-yard pass to Tillemans, back inside to Justin Madison. Tillemans will come across to Fafana on the right hand side, halfway in the Wolves half. Goes backwards to Dennis Pratt. We're keeping the ball nice at time. I think we didn't. The Wolves against Leeds the other night is one thing. I got frustrated. We gave the ball away very quickly at times. Where Wolves are sitting back deeper. They don't really want to give us any space to try and play between the lines. We are causing the problems. Madison is floating around the park. I mean, picking the ball up for fun at times.
Yeah, I mean, Reese has said, you see Thomas making a few mistakes, but he will learn, especially with an experienced Fuchs next to him. And not just with him.
Oh, James Justin. Oh, referee.
Penalty. It's been given. Penalty to Leicester.
So James Justin, it was a lovely floated ball to the back post. James Justin came in from the back. As he went, the defender clears it and doesn't get the ball. Well, kicks the ball up in the air. James Justin goes and then. There.
I think this could be overruled, Tom.
I think it's going to get checked because he doesn't win the ball.
Oh no,
does not win the ball. So Anetti kicks the ball in the air, goes to challenge the ball as it drops down. Justin just gets in front of him and he just boots him, and it'll be 37 minutes gone, and it'll be Vardy to take the second penalty of the match.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy will step up to the spot again. His second goal and second penalty. VAR are just checking for an offside.
Who's offside? James Justin. They're just checking to see if Justin's offside. It won't be Vardy because it didn't go near Vardy. Well, where's the line?
Did Vardy touch the ball? I think Vardy touched the ball.
Yeah, but that's second play. Oh, Justin's miles onside. Get on with it. Get on with it. He's onside by a mile. What are we doing? There's no need to check this. He's onside. Why are we checking it now? Why are we checking it? I was going to say, what was the point of that check there?
You just need to look at it once. Just look at it once. Done.
But he drew the line where the defender was, and Justin was miles from it. So how could it be offside? That's where VAR is ridiculous.
Jamie Vardy
takes his steps, stands, does his quick little run up, and
he saved it.
But it's gone wide from the rebound. Pedro saved, kicked it straight back into Vardy, and it bounces over the crossbar. So it will stay 1-0 to Leicester in the 38th minute after Vardy misses the penalty. I mean, he does get it. Oh, it's only just gone to the left of the goal, and it comes off the goalkeeper.
Was he off his line? Was he off his line?
I don't know. They're going to check this, I think. They will have to check this, but then it comes to Vardy and it bounced over the crossbar.
No, not checking it.
They've already given a goal kick, so well, that was a dramatic couple of minutes. So it'll stay 1-0 to Leicester. Vardy's just missed a penalty in the 37th minute.
Let's get some reaction into that. Obviously, MTS says they're checking Vardy off. So I don't think, they were checking Justin, but he was well off. Gray says, let JJ take the pen. And then MTS says he missed. Damn. Yeah. And MTS says here, Tom, you could have put your house on it that he would have scored that. I mean, he's such a clinical penalty taker, isn't he?
That's probably his poorest penalty of the season for me. It wasn't really anywhere. You know, if you looked at the ones at West Brom, they're in the corner. You look at the ones at Man City, went high and then went bottom corner again. And that's the first one. Don't know if he's tried to go down the middle, but he just didn't seem to have any whip or anything on it. He's just seemed to go straight, and he's hit the goalie's leg and then rebounded straight to Vardy and gone over the crossbar.
Do you see that? Do you see that firing Wolves up a little bit, giving them a bit of a motivation there, Tom?
Yeah, of course. I mean, any teams that you save a penalty, we've seen it with the VAR. If you can, Wolves just got him behind them. Well played, Tillemans to Pratt. It will break again. But yeah, I mean, any team that you save a penalty or goals not conceded, it'll give a team a lift. That's got to be a foul, and it's got to be a yellow card. Yeah, thank you, referee. Go away, Dendonka. Stop arguing. It's a clear referee. You fouled him. He's breaking away. I mean, any team that conceives a penalty, you're going to be disheartened. But then to save it, just probably give the team a lift. You know, you're still going in 1-0 and not 2-0 down.
Yeah, I completely agree. 5 minutes left of the half, not including the added time. 40th minute, the 41st minute. Leicester with a free kick here just inside Wolves' half. And Tillemans will play it out wide to Christian Fuchs.
To Thomas, lost the ball, got it back again. Well played, Mendy, just sort of nicked it. Well played, Mendy, will come across the part again to JJ. Have a shot, kid.
You know what, with that foul though. Oh,
what a ball that is! Great ball in by no one at the back post.
Where he won that penalty, Tom, he could have got through there if he hadn't been fouled and got.
Played again, JJ. Cuts it back. Oh. Once again, the ball what's open up for the first penalty. JJ playing Pratt in down the line, and again he did the same thing. Probably just overcooked it, but Pratt managed to keep it in. We'll still keep the ball. Maddison, he's done his man there, but just gets away from him. And Wolves will come out.
Tom, I mean, we know Maddison's brilliant on the ball. We know that. It's one of his obviously key strengths there. But I feel this season, what we've seen of him, he looks even better on the ball.
I think he looks more hungry. I think last season probably was, for me, a bit of a disappointing season in some ways. He'd had such a good first season at the football club. He was playing well. Free kicks were going in for fun. And then last season, he seemed to drift off. There was times in games where you were looking for a moment from him something to happen. And we didn't really see anything from him. Even in the 8-game winning streak, there was games where he was playing, quite well, but we know he can play better. And then once the team started to have some poor results, he just disappeared for me, really. I know he picked up the injury towards the end of the season, and for me, we rushed him back. There was no need to rush him back. He came back in at half-time against Everton, and then that was it. He was out for the rest of the season. Probably this season about building blocks for him to, one, probably get fitter than he was ever been before, and I think Rodgers knows that. And two, get back to the standards he's set. And we've seen that with Tillemans. Tillemans is a good one to go from. The first loan period, he was unplayable, untouchable at times. Last season, then the next season, he was very hit and miss what we were going to get from him. But he's now come back. He looks fitter, stronger. Ball away by Fuchs again. Great play by Wolves at the moment. They're just starting to get on into this game now, and we're 2 minutes before half time. So hopefully we can just keep them out.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about Maddison there. I think as well, the competition for places is a good thing as well, Tom, because we've seen the start of this season, there's been games when Maddison wasn't playing due to injury or due to whatever. Pratt, Tillemans, Barnes, all these players, they can play in that position, and they have been quality. And obviously today, Rodgers has gone for Maddison over Barnes, and so far he's having a good game, isn't he, Maddison? He's such a tricky player, and I think that might be a reason as to why he has played Maddison today as well, just because of his movement on the ball.
Yeah, look, it's a tough one, because if you look at Barnes, has been playing very well so far. Maddison has come in and done very well so far, but I think what you get with Maddison is that vision more, and you get an end product. Where I feel with Harvey at the moment, he's still very raw. He's very quick and runs with the ball at pace. But sometimes you just don't get that bit of quality when you need it. I mean, we know what he can do, and he's got a bright future in front of him. But at the moment, especially, I think you've got to say, if you can get Maddison, Pratt and Tillemans in the same team,
that's it.
Very, very strong midfield. This will be a tricky one. Well, we got 10 seconds of the first half, depending on injury time. Wolves have a free kick just back from the 18-yard line on the right-hand side. It'll be whipped in towards the goalkeeper with the left foot. It'll go very low, falls to Tillemans, who'll clear it. It's an awful free kick for me there. You got to, he's got to be
dreadful.
From that position, it was a great place.
For sure.
Clear by Fofana. Ball will come out wide. Crossing again. Johnny Evans, had a great leap. Wolves just trying to go. We got into 24 seconds of the 2 minutes of added time. Ruben Evans with a long kick. Blocked by Pratt again. Great block by Dennis Pratt. Still Wolves have the ball. Lays it off. Go wide again, right. It'll be whipped in with the left foot to the back post. Ball players getting each other's way. Raul Jimenez, James Justin again fighting for that ball. We'll still keep the ball on the left. Now we'll come across the pitch with Neves to Bolly.
Semedo beats his man. Maddison, just no nonsense. Get rid.
Go for a goal kick.
Took a deflection.
We'll play James Maddison there, fighting back to win the ball. So they're just showing the replay of the first penalty when the referee goes over to look at the screen. Cheers, goalie, standing right in front of it. Cheers,
Casper, mate. There we go. Yeah, it's a handball for me. It's a handball for me because of other ones that have been given against us as well. Decisions that have been made. In comparison with that one, then that's a penalty. Reese says great determination by Pratt. I think he was talking about the block, which Imtiaz was also talking about from a Ruben Neves. I think when Ruben Neves tried to take a long shot there. So this should now, we should be coming up to half time in just a few seconds. Wolves are going to have one more chance of getting forward here. Podence tries to get it through.
Oh, Mendy, don't dive in there. So it'll be on the left. You're still on the left. Cuts inside, chips it. Well played, Maddison. Jimenez on the edge of the area. Well played. And that'll be half time. Well played again for Mendy. Great interception. There's Tyler half. Is Leicester 1 and Wolves 0. Goal from Vardy from the penalty spot, followed by another goal opportunity for Vardy from the penalty spot. But this time it was saved by the goalkeeper Patricio's legs, rebounded out to him and then flew over the crossbar. In the end, a comfortable half for Leicester for me. The Wolves haven't really had any stonewall opportunities by the first 5 minutes, and it really has been all Leicester. Wolves will probably be coming out the second half with a fire in the belly, because I can't imagine Nuno be quite happy with that, and I could see them probably making 1 or 2 subs.
Yeah, I mean, just before Phil comes back, here he is. Yeah, hello, Phil, mate. How are you?
Just thank you.
Yeah, there we go. What do you think to that, Phil?
Well, I think we've been well in control, haven't we? Not created loads of chances, but we've been well in control, I think.
Yeah. Frustrated not to be 2-0 up. I mean, I thought that was Vardy's poorest penalty of the season for me. I think he just thought the goalie would dive, and obviously the goalie's gone down late and he's got his legs to it. But I think we've got to be confident. We've seen we can open Wolves up. We also know Wolves can be dangerous. I mean, like you say, the first 5 minutes and probably the end of the last 5, they were really on top of us and we were penned back in. But positive, it's 1-0, and again we've defended in numbers and kept the spaces out there.
Absolutely, chaps. Thanks for a great first half. You guys going for a little break?
Yeah, see you in 10 minutes, mate.
Go and refill your glasses. Do whatever it is. James Justin hasn't scored yet, Lock, so I'm waiting for him. When he got in the penalty for that penalty, I was like, go on.
Oh, you should have seen it. You should have seen the comments. Give the penalty to JJ.
Yes.
Let him take it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Right, chaps. We'll
Cheers,
see
mate.
you. Cheers, chaps. We'll see them after the second half is about to start in 15 minutes. Get your views in. Let us know what you think so far to the match. I've just put the link in there as well. If you want to come in and join on the link, you absolutely can. We want your views, your comments. A good first half. We're winning. Andy Medhurst says, I know we're winning, but not really worked their goalkeeper. No, we've not had many chances, Andy, but we feel like we're well in control. Do you agree with that? Christopher Pole says he thinks Luke Thomas is a bit of a liability. Get all Brighton on. Interesting there, Christopher. Do you agree with him or not? We want your halftime views. Let us know what you think to the game so far. Obviously, 2 penalties. Did you agree with both those penalties or not? First one, I think it's just the rules, but it was a bit tough. I think if we were a Leicester fan, I certainly would have been a bit annoyed by that one coming in. Santosh says, great game, but we need one more goal to be secure. Nick Moore says, good performance so far. Barnes on says, Brian Marshall would like to see it. In there, what would you do if you're Brendan Rodgers is one of the questions we're going to ask at halftime. What would you do to secure this win for Leicester? Adam says that he thinks Fuchs has been the best player on the pitch. Do you agree with Adam? Do you think Christian Fuchs is having a good game today or not? Reece saying definitely both penalties, Phil, no question. I think you're right, to be fair, Reece. The first one was just, it's very harsh when it's kicked from that distance away. But that is the laws now. So you're right there, Reece. Jason says Fofana's been outstanding again. Yeah, he's looked good, hasn't he? Who else is having? I think Dennis Pratt's been having a really good game today. I think for me, he's been the outstanding player in there. Simon, let's hope you're wrong with that, but you could be right. But Simon says we might regret that missed penalty. Robert saying Tuscan Foxes are in the house. Nice first half, a little bit off after the Vardy miss. Yeah, it did seem to knock us off a little bit. And Andy Medhurst is agreeing with me that Dennis Pratt is man of the match so far. That's who I think it is. But Jason, you're right as well. Jason's saying that Mendy is having a good game again. He is getting involved. Come on, Leicester boys, says Maggie. Nick says, good half, could be more, but hate it when they take penalties down the middle. Yes. Well, the keeper did well. Did you think the keeper was off his line? Could have been a retake there. I certainly thought that a little bit. But the ref didn't. Apparently something to do with his trading leg on the line, so the commentary said. But I'd like to see it retook. Gary Boothby saying we need to be on our game as they'll come out a lot harder. Yeah, I've not seen much from Wolves so far. Pratt, the best player. I agree with you, Jono. Honesty is like to see Barnes on, but who on earth do you take off? Yeah, I agree. I think there will be changes. Who do you think there will be? Kenneth says, brilliant tackle from Fofana during a rare Wolves attack. Great buy. Yeah, he's looking good. Again, James says the first penalty was harsh. This is exactly it. It was the rules. I'm going to get Jack on in a minute, who's waiting to come on. Keep getting your comments coming in. Justin says Justin is running rings around Nate, is it? Is that how you say it? He is. He's having another good game today, James Justin, I think. Need another goal. They're always going to be dangerous. Keep those comments coming in. I'll be putting as many as I can on screen. Let's get Jack in. Jack, how are you?
Yeah, good, Phil. You?
Yeah, good first half. We've looked the better team, haven't we?
Yeah, we've looked the better team. We've caused Wolves some problems with the way we pass the ball and the way we create with our movement. They don't really seem to get the gist of it as of yet, but I think really we need that second goal. I thought the second goal was going to come from the penalty, but the goalkeeper didn't saved it with his feet. Obviously, I thought Vardy would have gone the same way as before, but the goalkeeper knew which way we're going beforehand. But I guess 1-0's 1-0. We're winning, so a positive start from us so far.
Jack Owen says here it'll be Pratt at some point, even though he's playing great game at the moment. We're talking about who might come off in the second half. I think Dennis Pratt has been my man of the first half, man of the match so far. I don't know about you, Jack. Who stood out for you?
Dennis Pratt and James Justin. They seem to be working and linking well down that right-hand side. I guess that's maybe because Wolves have got 2 youngsters down that right who's really inexperienced. So they've got a lot to learn in the second half, considering James Justin and Pratt are more experienced players than what some of the players at Wolves have got on.
Nick's saying here, get Under or Barnes on in the second half. I'm sure they will both come on, Jack. Do you think Dennis Pratt will give way to one of those, or how do you think it might? How do you think we would get Under and Barnes both on?
Maybe they could push Fuchs to left back and then maybe bring Luke Thomas off for Harvey Barnes.
What, and switch to a 4 at the back?
Yeah. Change it up a bit.
Up until that last, I think missing the penalty seemed to suddenly give Wolves a bit of spirit, didn't it? Because they looked better that last 5 or 10 minutes before half time.
Yeah, it was as soon as Vardy missed that penalty, they seemed to like take it in their stride and think, oh yeah, it's only 1-0. We've got a game in our hands really, and we're in with a chance of getting a goal. And they've created a few chances since the penalty. And I think Wesley Fofana's had another cracking game. So hopefully we keep it up second half.
Nick says maybe take Madders off. We know Madders has had a few injuries and took a bit of a kicking against Braga as well. So maybe it could be Madders who comes off with maybe 20 to go.
Yeah, I guess you could go like for like, bring Barnes on for Maddison maybe, and then bring Cengiz Under on for Pratt. So it gives that more attacking threat going forward, Phil. So I think that's what we need second half, and to put the game to bed and get that second crucial goal that we're looking for. Yeah,
and I probably agree with Reese. I don't think I would mess around with the 4 at the back to go from the 5. I think the 5 does seem to be working so far at the moment. Anthony says he's been impressed with Pratt, I think it is, but Luke Thomas making me nervous. A couple of comments on Luke Thomas.
Yeah.
Jack?
I think Fuchs has helped him out quite a bit, innit? Like, he's gone forward, lost the ball, and Fuchs is there to cover his back, basically. And I think that shows the experience that Luke Thomas has got behind him when going forward. And that shows positivity in a way.
Iqbal, I think I've said that right, or Iqbal says, even though he's a Liverpool supporter, respect to Vardy, he's just unreal. I mean, Jamie Vardy's not really had that much of the ball, has he, Jack, really? I can't remember him having many other chances. We haven't really worked the Wolves keeper as such, have we?
No, I think I've only seen Vardy run down the wing and beat Connor Cody. I thought Vardy were going to take on Bolly as well down the left and go for a corner. But I guess Vardy, we've only seen him really on the 2 penalties, to be honest, Phil. I think we need to work their goalkeeper a bit more. Because how old is Patricio now? Is he late 30s, is he? So I think working him a bit more could cause their few problems with their defenders. Because they seem very slow at the back.
Yeah, indeed. We're nearly time for the second half to kick off. So don't forget, we will be doing the watch along for the second half with Lox and Tom when they return to take back over from us. Jack, remind your score prediction. Were you a 3-1, weren't you?
3-1, yeah.
3-1. Well, we're still online for that.
Still getting there, yeah.
We always say it, but the next goal is going to be critical, isn't it, in this one?
Yeah, I think if we can get that second goal for Leicester, it'd be crucial. Wolves, if they get that goal, what they need, it'd be game on basically, and it'd become a more entertaining match in both teams. The more attacking game.
Stuart saying maybe get Nacho on for Vardy for 70 minutes, which wouldn't be a bad shout. I think you've got to, again, for Brendan, it's all about man and management, isn't it? And blending these players on. And Nacho's been in good form.
Yeah, he's been in tremendous form, Phil, in the Europa League at the minute. He's scoring the goals, he's assisting. What more could you not want from a second striker who's under Vardy at the minute? It just shows that if Vardy gets injured, maybe Nacho could replace him and score quite a few goals. But I think with Nacho, you've got to play to his strengths. If you don't play to his strengths, he just runs away and does whatever.
Reece, I haven't seen. Reece has mentioned. Did you see that footage from Stockley Park? Do you know what he's on about, Jack?
Yeah, they went to the monitor. I think they went to the referee. Went to the monitor. They shown that on Sky Sports, where he went to the monitor in their field. He didn't really look at it in fast motion; it was slow motion. But then they looked in the footage for the penalty, didn't they? Like doing the lines and that. But they thought Vardy was offside. But James Justin were on, but Vardy never really interacted with players, so they couldn't really have took the penalty off us.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Jack, for joining us. We'll see you after the game, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Phil. See you.
Thanks, pal. Let's hope we go on. Get your comments coming in. We know Lox is coming back and Tom will be back very, very shortly. Reese saying main boss has just gone in office and complained. Not sure again, all this. Adam saying just for a better link with Madders, Barnes and Vardy, maybe Madders off. If not, nothing to do with how he's playing. Yeah, just maybe mix it on. JJ for the next goal says, Nick, let's add Lox back in. Lox, here we go. JJ for the next goal. This is keeping us all entertained.
No, I'm not having it. Please, please. If we look, like I said before, if we don't need the goal, you know, if we're 2-0 or whatever, then please don't score. But if we need the goal, I'll take it on the chin, and you know, that's it.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Kevin saying we would be top of the league. I'm not looking at the league table yet. Pete is saying like to see under come on. I think there will be changes. We've got some nice players to come on there with under. Nacho perhaps as well. Come on, give Vardy a bit of a break.
Yeah, I think it helps us out now. Really, you know, we were a bit miffed as to Barnes not starting at first, but look, we're 1-0 up, and you know, with these players still to come on, it's only going to help us. So.
Brilliant. Okay, right. It is time for me to let you crack on Lox with the second half watch along. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a like and a share. If you're watching on Twitter or Periscope, please give us a retweet. Keep your comments coming into the lads in this second half. We want your views, your comments. And Tom is almost ready and back to take over Lox. I'll let you crack on then as we go back with the watch along.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Here we are, Tom. Here we are. As he gets his lucky headphones on. They've not let us down yet, Tom. Every time we've had them, you've worn them. We've won. So, fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Thoughts on the second half coming up, Tom? How, you know, we've said it in the last two games. It's important, the next goal, isn't it?
Oh, massive, mate. I mean, I'm quite good with it. So much that Vardy penalty again at half time, you know. Looked a bit lazy to me. I mean, it reminded me of the Burnley game when we tried to do the same kind of thing, side-footed, but he bends it then towards the goalkeeper. So obviously the goalkeeper then gets that little bit of advantage. I just want to see Vardy when he takes the pain, what he's done in the, you know, the West Brom game on the opening day. Smash it in the corner, not mucking around with these little chips and little down the middle kind of things. I'd rather hit it in the corner, make sure it goes in. If the goalie saves it in the corner, you go fair play to the goalie. But like that one for me, he's not dived that far and it's hit the goalie's legs, you know. So put it in the corner, Vards. You know you're better at doing that than trying to be clever down the middle. So it's unlucky, but 2-0 would have been a lot better than this one. But like I said, I don't think Wolves are offered much of a threat so far. We've been looked quite comfortable, but the second half, I can't see Nuno not really giving these lads a rocket and at half time. So get out there and do so, because he's even said this season that the consistency for Wolves hasn't been good enough. So again, he'll probably be saying exactly the same thing, but the consistency in that first half wasn't good enough compared to what they did against Palace last week. So it'll be a second half where they'll come out fighting, and I think the first 10 minutes we've probably got to be very careful on how dangerous they're going to be.
It's interesting to see the Wolves players there warming up, you know, a little half-time warm-up like Leeds did at half-time last week.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends what fitness coach is up to. It looks like Leicester are going to make a change anyway. Martin Brighton's going to come on. So I'd say, who's gone off? Luke Thomas. So JJ will go to left wing back, I'd say. Albrighton to go to right wing back. Yeah, I think that'll be the change. So either Luke Thomas picks up a knock at half time, Albrighton's with big smiles on his face. Yeah, JJ will go and play the left wing back role. He's done that. He's played that position before at Luton Town as a left back or the right back. So I think he's quite comfortable. And say Albright will come on the right wing back role and slot in nicely, I think.
And he's right-footed, isn't he, JJ? So I mean, if he finds himself at that back post, Tom, could you get his right foot?
Looking good for you, is it really? Someone sent him a message and get him in, because I mean, like you said, he had a better first touch for the penalty. The second penalty, he's clearing. He's clearing.
Yeah,
he either can take the shot or he taps it across with Vardy to make it 2-0.
Yeah, and that's kick-off now in the second half. Leicester attacking the Kop end now in the second half. Craig is here. Albrighton come on. Yeah, so Albrighton is now on for Luke Thomas, who may have picked up
the ball on the right and swing it in. Tillemans! Oh!
And we get that from Albrighton. That right foot of his. I mean, he can whip in a ball with the best of them. You know, the David Beckham comparisons.
No
and
one
all
is marking Tillemans in the box, and it's a free header from about 8 yards out, and he just puts it across the front post, and it just hasn't got enough bend on it to go in that near post. But again, what a ball by already from Albright to come on, JJ centre forward. Andy, don't start. We're a minute into the second half.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's gonna. Cheers for that, Andy. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna be doing it all of this second half like you were last week, so or on Thursday, shall I say? So yeah, no changes for Wolves at half time. They're sticking with it for now. You know, who knows? Might see our Adama Traore. That'll be a nice battle against JJ, won't it? But
yeah, I mean, again, I think that probably Rodgers and the team have already got their tactics right. If he comes on, we'll go flat back five, or we'll go to four at the back, and it will change it around to try and cover whoever's playing in that position, because we all know if you play wing backs against Anatore, he's going to have a field day one-on-one versus at a full back. So they've probably got stuff already planned that if he comes on, what they'll do. Wolves popping it around in our half at the moment. Raul Jimenez on the ball will go forward, lays it into the centre forward, who just falls on the floor. Got out muscled. Oh, tried to slide ball. Jimenez in down the right. Not Jimenez, Neto in down the right, cuts it back. And
Semedo
shoots over the bar. We're going a bit easy there by them. They got down the right-hand side. Mendy and Evans questioning what had gone off quite quickly there in the picture.
Remember, guys, keep hitting the, if you're on YouTube, press the subscribe button. There's a little bell. Hit the bell button. You'll be notified whenever we're going live or whenever we put a video out, which is quite often at the minute. And obviously, the watch-alongs as well. You know, these watch-alongs are going down well and people are enjoying them. So thanks to everyone who's watching as well. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, so it's currently still Leicester 1, Wolves 0. Now 47th minute, second half just started. The next goal is very, very important here. As Fofana tries to wing the ball back.
Leicester playing a high press again, trying to win it up the park, and Fofana will pick the ball up this time. Little 1-2 from down the right. Oh, still got the ball. Oh, silky feet. Albrighton inside to Maddison. Oh, Maddison to Vardy. Just gets out muscled there, but again, that's not a free kick, referee.
Never.
He just fell over. Again, it was a nice little intricate play. Probably again 1 or 2 touches more than they needed to. Some players, but again, so Fofana there winning the ball back and pushing it forward to Albrighton, who flicked it into Maddison to Vardy, and it was probably just outplayed by Vardy though. He just got out muscled.
Yeah, remember, guys, keep getting your comments in. You know, hit the like button as well, but get your comments in if you want to ask any questions to the main man on here, Tom. Get the questions in for him. We'll go through them.
Yeah,
the main man, yeah,
the main man.
No, I mean today. But yeah, get your comments in, and we'll go through them as we always do.
What up there about Justin? How good is Justin? So good. Yeah, I mean, I think when he first came in, we weren't sure what we're getting. You're bringing a League One player who's playing in League One and League Two, no higher than that, and you're paying £6 million going up to 10, depending on appearance and stuff. And the first few games, he looked all right. Then he had a bit of a shaky spell where then he dived the ball over his head with him conceding for fun, even at the beginning of the season. Oh, JJ turns it round the corner. Maddison will break into their half. He's running. He's going past Neves. That's got to be a foul. That's got to be a card, referee.
Yeah, the yellow card.
Ruben Neves. A lovely ball by JJ. I thought he'd overplayed it, but Maddison just literally turned Dendoncker, ran past him for fun, ran past Neves, literally striding away from him. And he just, says, I think Maddison's going to shoot there. As he pulls his right foot back, he kicks the back of Neves. If I'm honest here, it's a bit of a soft free kick. Because he's not really gone to foul him. Foot's just got in way, and Maddison's kicked the back of him. But fair play, Maddison there turned and ran, and then that's what you got to do more. That's what we haven't seen Maddison do enough. Run at teams, because we know how quick he can turn and get away from players and get the skill. We free kick to Leicester, centre of goal. What, we're about 35 yards out. Probably a little too far for a shot and goal to get it. You know, you can get it up and over, but really test the goalkeeper.
Maddison fancy it though, still, I think.
Yeah, Maddison, Tillemans is there. I think this will be Tillemans' shot. He has got the harder shot out the two, I'd say. We have seen that in a few of the games this season when he's tried to test. Oh, Fuchs is coming to have a little sniff as well.
Fuchs is going to hit this one, I think, mate. I think Fuchs will fancy this. This is either hitting the wall or going over, I think.
hit the wall or going into Rose Head. A little layoff. Tillemans over the bar.
JD's here. Lox, do we still have beef? Nah, man, we never have beef on this channel. There's no beef whatsoever. Thanks for watching. Don't know what you're on about, but 1-0 Leicester. That's all that matters.
What? No pen.
Yeah, no pen. Right.
Balls will go out from the back, play long up front. Mendy will pick the ball up loads of time for Mendy in the middle of the park. He'll go to Fofana. That's how Fofana playing. He'll look for the ball. Oh, he looked for the ball inside, and Vardy's just told him to slow it down a bit. It's, you know, probably right there. We rushed that really. We had the ball, we had time, we had the players as well on that side to try and play a bit more. And we rushed the ball forward.
Stand out so far in this game, Tom, on the Leicester side, you know, in terms of performances.
You'd have to say Maddison for me at the moment. Maddison and Mendy. I mean, Mendy once again have been winning the ball back for fun at times, and I know he's had a few man of the match this year. But again, and I'll be honest, this man on the ball all right. JJ's done all right in the first half, and so probably Maddison the one who stands out. He's creating enough things at the moment.
Yep.
But a long way to go still. Wolves have the ball. Comes in. Johnny Evans will clear to Tillemans. Tillemans will give it away to Raul Jimenez on the edge of the area. Oh, Fofana, you beast. Literally just walks through the player, nicks the ball and runs off up the pitch. And
driving forward.
He's driving. He'll go wide to Vardy. Keep going, Kin. He'll stop. Vardy will now run. He'll have a shot. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. But once again, Fofana, beast. What a beast. Literally walks through the man, nicks it, then drives at the Wolves' defence before giving Vardy a layoff. Oof, that's swear. Vardy with a shot outside the edge of the right-hand box. But swear towards going over the goalkeeper's head to the back post, and the goalie puts hands up and tips it over.
Lee Watts here. I think Vardy's hungry for a goal. I mean, look, he's a striker. He's just missed a penalty. He'll be hungry to make up for that penalty miss, won't he, Tom? Oh,
of course he will. You know, Vardy. We know what he wants. He's a proven goal scorer at this level. No one should underestimate him, and he'll be very disappointed with himself for missing another penalty. You know, his stats on penalties are very good. Maddison with the ball will whip this into the back post and it will go out to the goalkeeper. Just overcooks that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Wolves with a chance here to regroup.
I mean, Wolves like to play out from the back at the moment. We're keeping the press so high, they don't want to play out from the back.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Ben says, need Undertaker on. Wouldn't say we need anyone on just yet, Tom. I think we're comfortable at the minute, aren't we? But we have options like Under, like Barnes to come on and make a difference.
I think we'll be 53 in. I think at the 70 mark, that's Rodgers' normal ploy to make subs depending on where the game's going.
Yeah.
1-0. I mean, where do you take the chance? You've got to bring someone fresh into the game and they'll win the ball. They're bowling 4 balls on the right hand side. Early ball in the box. Oh, Fofana. You beast again. He gets a nick. Tillemans wins it back. Oh, Fofana again with another great interception as it was going in. If Fofana misses it, it's going in the back of the net for me. The Wolves player was standing behind him to tap that in to make it 1-1. And Fofana sticks out a leg, wins the ball and turns and then wings it again. Fair play to the boy.
Yeah. I mean, Fofana's play. Look. It's really difficult to put it into words because it just seems every single match we have something to say about him. He is quality. Yeah, he's absolutely quality. Got a little bit nervous because of that ball through. Great, good ball in there from Wolves, and now Wolves are looking to attack again.
3 on 3. John Evans all over. Oh, he'll go wide, and Casper saves it. But that was very easy by Wolves to cut us apart there. We're just starting to get a bit untidy in the middle of the park. A couple of balls drifting away for us too quickly, and before we know it, Wolves are way on top of us. And for me, the ball's a better ball onto the the left-hand side than Wolves should score. But it weren't the greatest the ball to Neto to do anything with.
I mean, they've had a couple of chances now since half-time, Tom. Wolves, a couple of chances to get forward. Do you think that will worry Rodgers a little bit?
Yeah, I think he will be because, you've been quite comfortable the first half. But I think Rodgers will know what they're going to come out and do. We're all brought on with a 1-2. Oh, he tried to go back inside. Wolves will clear. And Justin will win it to Madison on the edge of the area. Madison will have a shot here, won't he? Oh, he tries a dink. He should have tried to be too clever there, Madders. Ball play. Mendy wins the ball back again in the middle of the park. Fuchs will go wide to Justin. Justin will look for the run of Albrighton. Oh,
Madison's going to try and keep hold of it on the edge of the box. He's got
Quick
still
feet.
got it. He's going to take a shot.
That's got to be a corner kick, referee. Oh,
Takes the
I don't know.
deflection out for a corner for Leicester City.
Again, quick feet by Madders. I thought he was going to shoot the first time. He tried some kind of little dinky winky, as we'll now call it, from
Dinky
LOX
winky.
after the other night. Yeah, it will be a corner. It was deflected. It was a great, but Neto at the other end. We're just seeing the shot. Well saved by Casper. Oh, holds
Well
it.
caught.
Solid.
Yeah.
Well, solid to catch there from Casper. But again, the ball to Neto. If it's better, he gets an opportunity. And we're just looking at the early incident. Fofana there. I mean, the bloke's coming in at the back post and he's about to score. The net is about to bulge, and Fofana there with an interception again. He's got his little heart tatted in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Shaven in.
I wouldn't mind a Fofana goal tonight. I wouldn't mind one tonight. So hopefully he can get his head on this. But he's being marked closely there by Dodonka, I think it is.
Ball be whipped in by Madison. Goal in. Oh, goalie mispunches that one. It wasn't a clear punch out, but it falls nicely. Mendy will keep the ball. He'll drive forward. Go back now to Justin. He'll go all the way back to Casper. I mean, fair play. Nothing on. Casper will come to the left. Poor kick, Casper there, putting Fuchs under pressure, but Fuchs will clear ball straight to the Wolves player. We're not doing ourselves any favour in this second half, really. We're gifting the ball to Wolves. Wolves now will have a overlap here if they want it. We've cut that out. Ball to the left, Justin with an interception there. Great sliding block. The ball will come out to Madders. He'll try. I think we just need to slow it down. Cuts it back.
Yes.
Pratt on the ball. Goes past his man. To Vardy. Vardy will do him. Vardy is going down the right, running towards the corner flag. He'll try and win a corner here, and he will win the corner. Well played, Jamie Vardy, taking the pressure out of the game there. All of experienced shoes, no one in the box. I'll head to the corner. The Wolves look to bring on Traore, so this could mean we're going to have to change something. At the moment, they're getting at us.
They are, yeah. And look at his baby oiled arms there, Tom. He's been rubbed up with the oil, so it's more difficult for the defenders to grab him. But yeah, we were speaking to Luke on Jamie's show earlier on today, and he was saying, he is frustrating sometimes. Adama Traore can be inconsistent, but when he's on his day, when he's having his day, he is pure quality.
Oh, mate, I think, like I said earlier, on his day, he's probably one of the best wingers in this league. Just one of the best wingers. He's so skillful. He can run past people. Fun. Ball in the box. Johnny ends with a header, and it'll be a goal kick. I thought that came off the Wolves player last, but we're interested to see from the ball. Whipped in by Madders, away from the goalkeeper. Evans had it, straight out goal kick, but that was better from Leicester. See, none of this short corner routine. Just get the ball in the box and cause some problems. Yeah, like I say, on his day, Junior Jore's his class, mate. If you can get them away, he's not going to get caught by any player in this league. Even Fofana, he wouldn't catch him. He's that quick.
Yeah.
But his end product at times isn't there. And off will come Daniel Penance, and on will come Amon Traore on the right-hand side by the looks of it, and have a run at James Justin.
There we go. Should be illegal for him to come on. Like we said, he can be frustrating for Wolves fans, but yeah, if he has a good day, then unstoppable. So fingers crossed, we can keep him quiet. I don't know how our wing backs or whoever, the full backs, wing backs will do against him today, but hopefully
I think this will be the time now where if Roger's going to change his shape, it'll be within the next 10 minutes. He will look to see how Traore comes on and does. I mean, I think he's already calling back Harvey Barnes. He's called back already. So Harvey's being talked to by Rogers. So that could be one of the changes. That probably would see Dennis Pratt come off.
Yeah.
And Madison come over to the right. Harvey go on to the left to try and help Justin. Well played, James Justin there. Great defending. Let him knock the ball past him. Let him run. He just fell over. Great defending.
Yeah, the good smirk on his face there as well. Because look, to be fair, I don't care if you've been playing in the Premier League for 1 year or you've been playing in the Premier League for 10 years. Adama Traore, seeing him come on the pitch is scary. Like it would scare you because you know how much of a handful he can be. But first introduction there into the game for Traore, and James Justin's dealt with it very, very well.
Casper will go out to Fuchs. We've lost the ball again. We've got to have 10 minutes of just trying to hold the ball up more. Well played, Mark Albright, there, won it back. The ball's now gone back to the Wolves, who tried to whip it in, but it'll go to Pratt. Pratt will go long at the park, and Vardy will chase this. Vardy will put pressure on Connor Cody, and the goalkeeper will clear out to the left-hand side. But again, interception for Mark Albright, doing his job well on that right-hand side.
Yeah, I'll be 1 moment, mate.
Yeah, no problem. The ball will come back with Wolves down the left. They are going to now probably look down this right-hand side for Jimmy Traore to try and open Leicester up. Oh, shocking ball by Wolves, sending Connor Coney back towards his goal. But Leicester will now probably sit a little deeper, close his spaces up. Barnes just been out for another warm-up, so he'll probably be on him within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Get your commenting, guys, what you're thinking of the game. Where would you make subs? We're now at half an hour to go. Would there be a sub you'd bring on to try and shore it up a little bit? And another goal for Leicester probably kills the game off. But where would you change it at the moment? Wolves with the ball in our half, just inside our half at the moment. Jimmy Traore to run past Maddison. But they've got doubling up on him already. And he'll win a corner for Wolves. They played Maddison and Justin there, both doubled up on him and pushed him down the line for a corner kick. But he's already shown what he's going to do. His intention is just to knock and run. Neto will come and whip this ball in for Wolves. We'll go on the 62-minute mark. Corner to Wolves, whipped in by Neto. Cleared by Vardy, takes a slice, hits Tillemans, and
giving away again.
Giving a game. Wolves will come back again. Well played by Neto there. Some great skill. Goes down for a foul. Yeah, definitely a
yellow
foul.
Card.
Definitely a free kick. Yellow card to Johnny Evans. Where's your yellow card graphic on?
Is it still there? Let me get it on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here it comes.
Oh, dude, it's like some heavy rock band, that is.
It is.
So it'll be a free kick to Wolves, just inside of the D, just to the right-hand side of the boxes. We will look at it.
Ruben will like this. Ruben Neves.
Massively. Ruben, we really hoping he can get a chance.
Just been giving the ball away a little bit too much for me, mate, recently.
Johnny, what an idiot. It was silly by Johnny, if I'm honest with you there. I know he's getting away from him, but there's still enough players to cover him. Neves to step up and over the crossbar. Poor free kick for our Wolves there. Great opportunity. I think that someone like Maddison, he's whipping it, and he was trying to place it more by Ruben Neves more than try and whip it over the ball. Oh, it was.
Poor free kick.
Poor. I know it's close, but still, you expect someone of his quality to do better. And we're 63 minutes into the game, 64 minutes into the game now, still 1-0. Attempts 8 to Leicester, 4 to Wolves. Interesting to see how many on target. 3 on target to Leicester, 1 to Wolves. So it means Wolves, are starting to knock on the door a little bit, but they haven't really had a chance bar that Neto one in the second half. Justin with the ball inside to Pepe Mendes, who's had another great game in the middle of the park today.
Again, yeah, we spoke about it time and time again about Ndidi. Will he come straight back into the team when he's fully fit? I'm not too sure at the minute if he would.
I think you can't rush him back, mate. I think there's a problem in the past, and I think Rodgers will learn. He did it with Maddison last year. He rushed him back, and it cost him because then he was out for a lot longer with it. Albrighton will win the corner there. It's a lovely little 1-2 down the line. But corner to Leicester. But yeah, I mean, we've rushed players back in the past, and I think that's been one of our Achilles' heels. We've rushed players back. We did it with Vardy. He got out when then was out again injured over the cup competitions with Villa. I think we've got to be a bit more clever now. We can see we've got the depth in there to use it, and you can't rush them back in. Be interesting with when fit to see where Soyuncu comes back into this team because. Players like Fuchs and that will probably be the one to drop out, if you're honest. And he'll keep 3 at the back, I hope, because it works.
It is working 100%. Maddison's going to get this cross into the box with his right foot. Can't quite find the head of anyone there.
I think if it's another foot high, it was Lanyon for Farner's head. Tillemans with the ball to the back post, too close to the goalkeeper. foot higher, and that's landing on Fofana's head for me, and he probably gets a header away.
I've got a question, Tom. Is this the last game before the international break? Europe and Premier League, yeah? This is it?
Yeah, that's it, mate. After that,
So
then break time.
now, what's our next game? Is our next game Europa or is it Liverpool?
It'll be Liverpool. Liverpool in the Premier League. Then it will be the UEFA Cup after that. I think it's so. UEFA Cup, old school there. Europa
Back in
League.
the day.
I remember those days, mate. Red Star at Filbert Street.
Red Star. I weren't there or anything, but you know, I've seen it. I've seen the highlights.
In flowers, smog in his face where the flares had gone off from the Red Star fans after 30 seconds, and it landed in the top of the net. And thinking, oh, not again.
Yeah.
Big Jerry Taggart equalised to 1-1 on the night. That there were some great memories at Filbert Street over the years down there.
Wolves with a free kick here. I'm sure they'll try to get this into the box. Adama Traore, look at him. He's an absolute bloody beast. Size of him, eh? He's on this right-hand side. You think they could... Oh, yeah, no, that is Neto. Yeah, so Neto will be the one to take this free kick and whip it into the box.
So Leicester's fixtures will be Liverpool after the international break. It says Saturday 3 o'clock. So obviously they are going to change because now with the next 2 weeks they're going to decide ball into the box, back post. Oh, free chance. He should have scored.
Poor again.
If he's onside for me, the young centre half there has to smash that into the back of the net. It'd be interesting to see if he's onside. He would have been offside. The flag, the lines would have been drawn. He was off, but it's a really poor opportunity for that Wolves player, Kellerman. Max Kellerman should be doing better. And Harvey Barnes will come on by the looks of it. He's ready to go. I don't know if it'll be this kick or the next, but he's stripped off and ready to come on the pitch.
And you see this being for Dennis Pratt, Tom?
I think it will be Dennis, unless he thinks Maddison has played a little football in the last couple of weeks, take him off and give him a rest. But with the international breaks coming, Dennis Pratt probably going away with Belgium. I think it will be Pratt to come off.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, Maddison and Barnes aren't going on international break this time. Neither of them did make the squad. So I mean, that's a positive for Leicester. No risk of injury. No fatigue, any of that.
Yeah, that's for me the biggest one. Oh, little step over by Dennis Pratt, but Cody read it. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. Them not travelling around for no reason. What's the point of sending them to England and not travelling? I know the experience is good, but we saw Harvey Barnes. He got a very, very cameo appearance for England the other week. For me, there's no point in doing that. He might as well stay at Leicester and work with Brendan and work out certain things where his game needs to be played better.
And that was similar to the Vardy situation as well, Tom, wasn't it? I mean, Vardy was going into Euros. I know he got a decent amount of minutes in the Euros, not too much, but he wasn't being used enough. I mean, we've seen it. His loyalty to Leicester is massive, and I think in his head he was just thinking, I'd rather save my legs. I'd rather stay at Leicester and do the best I can in the club competitions. Yeah,
I mean, if you listen to when he talks about it, for him it was, I've got a young family. I'm travelling to stupid places in the week, and I'm not even playing a minute of football. I'm getting on a plane, then flying back, and then I'm back training for Leicester, and back in the game, and not seeing my family. And for him to then go, do you know what? Enough's enough now. I'm not going to play. Obviously, Southgate doesn't rate me enough, or he's only cited that Harry Kane's his number one striker, and unless he gets an injury, then he still wants his number one striker. He'd rather play someone like Rashford up there. So there wasn't any point of Vardy going with England. I know people can say about him coming back for the Euros next year, but for me, I think he's had enough now, just being that bloke that sits on the bench for England, and he'd rather just sit and watch at home with the telly with a can in his hand and enjoying it.
Do you think that he could be tempted by Southgate for the next Euros?
I think Southgate would have to give him some big story that he's going to get more game time than he did last time, if I'm honest. Yeah. Pepe Mendy with the ball. Oh, well played, Pepe Mendy. He'd have to give him some kind of back insurance that he was going to play more football than just going to the Euros as a number 3 or 4 striker at the moment. And if you look at it, he probably is for England 3 or 4 strikers. Not in my opinion. I think he should be starting if England need a striker with Harry Kane. But in probably Southgate's opinion, that you've got Kane, you've got Rashford, you've got Greenwood now, who's getting more game time for Man U and for England. So well played, Vardy. He'll nick the ball in front of Connor Cody on the right hand side. He'll knock it past again, and he'll win the throw. Again, that's dogged determination with Jamie Vardy to a T. I was just going to say the next fixtures for Leicester are, just had them up. It is Liverpool away on the 21st, but again, we won't know the kickoff time because it says 3 o'clock, and obviously these are going to change because of Sky and being able to watch them. And Maddison will come off. So obviously it feels that Maddison has run his time. What has he had? 70 minutes. That's not bad for him considering he's coming back from an injury, and Harvey Barnes will come on and probably back up James Justin down the left a bit now with his pace.
And you've got to think as well, that leaves Under available as well to come on for Dennis Pratt on that right-hand side.
Yes, it does. Then we go to Braga away on the 26th, 5 to 6 kickoff. We then play Fulham in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We then play Zalakag away again. We've got Sheffield United away. Then we're at home to Athens, home to Brighton. You know, it's going to be a busy period that's coming up towards Christmas. And then the last 2 games for Christmas is Tottenham away on the 19th, followed by Man United at home on Boxing Day.
There we go. That's
busy
it.
period, mate. The games are coming thick and fast. And ball in behind. Again, caught out their defenders by that ball in behind the centre half and the left back. Barnes picks it up. He'll have a run here. Go on, Harvey.
Oh, don't know what that was.
Took a little. It seems like he was trying to lay it into Vardy's pass, but flicked it off one foot onto another, and it went out for a goal kick.
I mean,
you know, it's positive he's picking the ball up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Tom, I mean, they are making it difficult now for us to kind of get in behind. They're very organised at the back, aren't they? You know, obviously the 2 penalties given away. You know, one of them was, you know, some people would argue that it was harsh with the handball, Tom. I think with what's going on at the minute, the current the current law is it's definitely a penalty. It is still harsh in my opinion, but that is the rule.
I honestly feel at the moment the rules are if I've got to change so we know the rules. Like I thought beginning of last season, but they keep changing it. If it hits you on the hand in the penalty area, it doesn't matter where your hand is, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Then it seemed to change to now if it's in an unnatural position. Well, tell me what a natural position when you're trying to defend. And as Steve Bruce is saying, as Rowan Hodgson has come out and said, I agree with, any defender putting their hands behind the back loses the ability to defend because you lose all your ability to balance yourself properly because you're tucking your hands behind your back. So if the defender doesn't shoot and cuts inside, you can't move your feet as quick. So it's very difficult. For me there, though, the penalty, what was given, the difference was his hand was out from his body. It was going towards the Leicester clear here. Pressure is really coming on from Wolves. A little header by Barnes, Mendy to Barnes. Barnes cut it back to Tillemans, playing around at the back here. Leicester, you've got to get rid of it. Fuchs under pressure, goes up the line, straight back to Wolves. Wolves are coming thick and fast here in the last 15 minutes. Different was his hand was sticking out. And if you look where the ball was going to land, it was going to land in the centre of the penalty area with the opportunity for Vardy or someone coming in to possibly score. So that was the reason I think it was given.
Yeah, they're going to increase tempo here. They're bringing someone on as well. I didn't see exactly who that was, Tom, who was coming on for Wolves. But yeah, they are increasing the pressure here. And I mean, there's the question, Tom. Brendan, what should he do next? Any ideas?
I mean, it's tricky, mate. Here comes Jimmy Troyes. He's just blitzed past. We got lucky there.
It's a foul.
He'll get the advantage. He'll go to Barnes. Barnes, have a run. Go on, run at this bloke. He's waiting to do it. He wants you to do it. He wants you to do it. Do him, Barnes. You've done him. Go on, Barnes. Barnes down the left here. Taking 2 Wolves players with him. Well played. Takes the pressure off us. Yeah, it was a lovely ball in by Traore. Did James Justin up by a keeper there. He just knocked it past him and used his pace. Whipped it in. Albrighton cleared it into the centre of the box. Bit of a poor clearance there. And then look at it, fell to Dennis Pratt, who won the advantage. Dennis Pratt on the ball, as we're talking about. He'll come back inside. Oh, Albrighton tried to play it to Tillemans, but lost it. Well played, Albrighton, closing down and forces a mistake. But Wolves still have the ball. Jimmy Traore on the ball here. He's waiting for Leicester players to commit. A 1-2 from Traore. Keeps it. He'll go left. Leicester have got to get back here. Ball whipped into the back post. Jimenez cuts it back and away. Oh, Raul Jimenez will win a throw to Wolverhampton on the right-hand side, on the halfway into the Wolves Leicester half.
Tom, we knew this would be a closer game than the last 2, Leeds and Braga, and it's proving to be that now. Obviously, Wolves getting back into the game. Quite a lot, I would say. You know, getting chances going forward. The questions there: what should Brendan do next? What do you think?
It's a tricky one. You don't want to balance the team because at the moment we do still look balanced. We just need to. We got to use the ball better. I think if you're anything, Rodgers is standing there thinking it's not a case of making too many subs, but let's use the ball better when we have it. At the moment, we're just kicking it up the field to Vardy to chase. We're not really, breaking through the lines without Maddison on the pitch. I think if you looked at Leeds the other night when we brought Maddison on, we looked better because he was using the ball better. It's now sort of time for someone like Tillemans or Pratt. Wolves will have it. 8 of the area, come out to Neves, he'll clip it to the left-hand side.
Pedro Neto out wide.
Yeah, Neto with the ball. He'll go flicking to his right, cuts back inside onto his left. Albrighton, Fuchs heads it up in the air. Evans away. Torore cuts it back. Samido. Jimenez. Oh, what a save by Kasper Schmeichel. Heading for the top corner from Neves's clever curling shot. And Kasper Schmeichel with a brilliant save. He did one at the... What a save. I mean, that's going in the top corner. It's going in the top right-hand corner, and Kasper with a big left hand to save it.
That's a great save, isn't it? We need it. I mean, that... A lot of keepers, against a lot of keepers, that's going in. That's going in top corner, Tom. Brilliant save.
You saw the Wolves players' reaction. They all dropped to the knees because they thought that was in. We whipped him by Neto, flicked up by Johnny Evans, flicked away by Fofana, comes off all Brighton, and Fofana clears up to the pitch. Wolves are coming at the moment, and we've got to try and keep this pressure off us and look for a counter-attack when we can. But Dundonker coming around the back post and volleys wide. Once again, caught out with that ball across the back, and then Donker had got in. I mean, there was an overlap here with 2-on-2 at the back post. A third man coming around the back as well, but goes over.
JJ lost his man a bit there.
Yeah,
Tom.
James Justin did lose his man. This is what we talked about before. That is probably his weak point. Replay of the shot and save, but Kasper Schmeichel, take a bow, son.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, Ben Morgan saying what a save. Someone's saying it. Kasper should have caught that. Yeah, whatever. Giving away a silly corner like that. Get out of it. But yeah, guys, still currently we're coming up to the 80th minute, 78th minute at the minute. Leicester 1, Wolves 0. Wolves are about to bring on a striker. That is Fabio Silva, and he will be coming on for Pedro Neto, a Portuguese for a Portuguese, as you would imagine in a Wolves match.
Portuguese Club of the Week, Leicester pointed out.
That's it. Yes, exactly. So I think all our Mexican friends have gone now. I'm bringing the beer back out. Come on, guys, come back. Come get your comments in. What is Jamie Vardy is the GOAT in Mexican and Spanish? Let us know. I'll be interested to know. Tom, Lee says get under on. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it now, Dennis Pratt has probably drifted out of the game a little bit for me the last 5 or 10 minutes. He still needs him passing the ball around. I mean, but it has gone out. First save, and it will be Dennis Pratt will go off, and Captain Fantastic Wes Morgan will come up the back. So obviously they feel that they need to change it up. I mean, that changes everything for me. Where are they going to play him?
I'm quite surprised by that, if I'm honest with you, Tom. I'm rather surprised.
It's a bit negative with 10 minutes to go, but I think he's looking at the pressure building and they're whipping balls in. We all know what Wes is like with the ball whipped into the box. He heads him out for fun most of the time. Be interested to see how he goes at the back here. Does that mean that we're going to go to a back 4, Fuchs to the left, Wes Morgan and Johnny at the back, and then Fofana on the right? Can he play that? Or does he literally go Fuchs to left wing back? Fuchs to left wing back. JJ pushes on higher, what I think he has done by the looks of it.
It does, yeah. Great for me.
JJ,
great for
you. I'd say JJ's pushed on, trying to cover this Jimmy Torres down that side. Sorry, mate. I know you didn't want to hear that.
I can see James Justin scoring. I'm envisioning it. Oh, whatever. Anyway, if we win, I'm happy. Whatever. So
yeah, I think JJ has pushed up there by the looks of it. He's gone with Albrighton left back, Fofana, Wes Morgan, Johnny Evans, and Fuchs across the back 5. Oh, Fofana, that's rash, and that'll be a yellow card.
Great. That's not great for my my FPL. Yellow card. So Lee, there you go. Obviously, he said get under on, and it turned out Big Wes is on instead. So yeah, obviously we've said what we think about that.
Oh,
Yeah, a bit rash there.
Late, I think, more than any. I don't think
Late.
it was any dangerous. He just gone for the ball and missed it. It's not like he's gone flying through the man. It looks worse from the angle.
Have we gone 6 at the back? No, I think JJ's going to be pushing it. I mean, that is 6. I mean, that's 8 at the back there, but.
Oh, ball to the back post, away by Johnny Evans. Come out to Bonnie. Fuchs will get this. Fuchs will cover here. Johnny Evans down at the back post, thumping the floor. Pepe Mendy knocks the ball round his man, and then we'll go running after it, and it'll be a throw to Wolves, but fair play to Mendy there. Oh dear, Johnny's limping a little bit. And looking now, we're going to an international break after today, but has that landing. I think it's the landing by the looks of it. Oh, elbow straight into the back of Johnny Evans, and we all know Johnny's just coming back from an injury. Not good at the time. That'll be a sore one for someone who's had a problem with a back problem over the last couple of games. As we said, it looks like Fuchs have gone to left wing back. Johnny Evans, Wes Morgan, and Fofana as your centre halves, and Mark Albrighton on the right hand side. Come to Wes Morgan in the back, who will clear away, but the pressure is coming from Wolves. Jamie Vardy hold up late off to Tillemans. Tillemans will go up the line to Justin on this left hand side. Justin will break past his man. He's going down the left. He'll cut it back. Barnes! Oh, over the crossbar. Corner kick takes the deflection. It should have been 2-0. Why Barnes takes the touch in a penalty area, I don't know for me there. Barnes should have hit this first time as it's coming across him. He took the touch and the defender comes over and it'll be a corner. But for me, Harvey Barnes should be striking that first time and opening his foot up. It's a good block by the Wolves player, but if he takes it third time, there's a good chance that's going in the bottom corner.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you there. You've got to be putting that away, I think. To be fair, I think the one touch did work well for him in the end, I think.
Tillemans with the corner. It'll come out to Fuchs. Oh,
off the head.
Off Johnny Evans' head and flies over for a goal kick.
I think that's knocked him out, mate. Didn't know that was coming, I don't think. Let's have a look at that one again. Yeah, Fuchs hits it. It's great. Oh yeah,
just smashed him on. I think it smashed him into his head. Where's it gone? Oh,
in the temple.
Right on the side of his head there. And we all know Fuchs can hit them.
But, I wouldn't want to be in front of that shot.
That was a better play by Leicester there, breaking down by JJ towards the goal. And they say, okay, it was a good touch from Barnes, but for me, there, that's where probably Vardy hits that first time. As soon as he takes a touch, referee is going to stop playing because Fuchs has gone down, holding his ankle, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain here.
I think the fact that he called that, I think he must have let out a bit of a scream there, Tom. Let's have a look at that.
I think he lands on his ankle.
Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry.
So as Fuchs lands, Jimmy Torre lands on the back of his Achilles heel.
Painful.
Fuchs has got his foot planted. Obviously, he then puts pressure on the Achilles heel and bends his foot over as well.
And he's a heavy guy. Traore.
Yeah. And that's going to be a sore one for Fuchs. That'll swell up when he gets back in the dressing room.
I'm sure he'll fight on there. He'll soldier on. That's it. That's in his nature. I want to say something, Tom. I mean, this is if I know it's early days still. Considering the pressure that they've put us under, but if we can see this out, it'll be a hard fought win, and I think it will be as rewarding to them as a 4-0 win.
Oh, mate, if we can hold this out, it's massive for me because it just shows other teams that even when we're not playing great, we're still picking out these results, and we're picking up rings with still 6 players out of the team. Wolves are coming down the left-hand side. Well played for Fofana. Gets his body in front of the man. He loses it, but he's held ball up, and then he'll go clear. Be a throw to Wolves, but again for Fofana, beast again at the back, holding that ball up and stopping Wolves coming down that side.
Yeah, still 1-0 Leicester. Still 1-0, keeping Wolves out of the game for now.
Side. Come down the left. Albrighton's jockey with his man, holds him up, goes out for another throw. Well played, Albrighton, no diving in there.
Just while the game's running a little bit quiet for a moment, guys, remember, hit us a subscribe button on YouTube. Press subscribe, press the bell button as well to be notified when we're live. And of course, drop a like, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, anything. Click the like button. And Leicester on the counter here. And I think that's going to be a throw in for Leicester.
Well played by Albrighton again, won the ball back. little ball at the park, and Harvey Barnes nicked it to Albrighton. Albrighton got tackled just up there on the halfway line, but it relieves the pressure with 4 minutes plus injury time to go in this half. And if Leicester, like you said, could see this out, and then it'd be a massive win and another clean sheet on the to keep us going.
Yeah, we've got a comment here from Jacob who says, "Are you playing fantasy Premier League?" We are. Someone did ask earlier, what am I on? How many points? I'm on 60 points so far this week. And I've got, after this game, I've got Salah and Konsa to play. Don't know why I've got Konsa in still. Did a bit of a, against Arsenal, Villa. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet. But at the minute, Fofana is keeping a clean sheet for me. So fingers crossed we can keep that, and it'll get a nice few points for us.
Fuchs will hold up Jimmy Toure. He'll lose the ball back, but the ball will fall to the Wolves down the right hand side again. Little 1-2 round the corner, trying to find Toure, but misses. Leicester could break if they wanted to. Be James Justin down the left, cuts back, goes backwards. There he will, and he'll find Fuchs. Fuchs will go all the way back to Smarty. But he got lucky there because he missed kicks it. The ball got trapped under his foot. He's just managed. Wolves will come again, but the ball will go out to a Leicester throw.
Brilliant. Jacob says he has 59 points. Yeah, that's not a bad score there. Don't know what Tom's on. He'll have to tell us in a minute. Lee says I am playing fantasy football. Let us know.
Mate. Gutted, mate. I took out Bruno Fernandes out the team the other day, and then he scored 2 yesterday.
I brought him in. I brought
Prowse last weekend though, man. That's what did me for points.
What was that? Sorry.
I've got James Ward-Prowse. I'm on 40 points at the moment.
Yeah, you had a great week last week. 90, wasn't it 90 or something? 88.
Yeah, 88.
Yeah,
Free
quality that.
Well, Calvert-Lewin's got me 10 this week. Kane's got me 6. Jimenez got me 2. Ward-Prowse 3. Tillemans 3. Madison 3 at the moment.
What did you do? Did you captain Calvert-Lewin? Yeah.
Yeah, captain's Calvert-Lewin because he was doing so well, mate.
Yeah, that's it. I captained Callum Wilson. That did not go well. But Bruno Fernandes brought the points back for me, and hopefully Salah does after this game. Is it right? Man City, Liverpool after this?
Yeah, I need Man City to win.
Yes, yeah.
If they were to win, we'd go into the international break. Top. Who would have thought that? And apparently we're having a shocking season after those 2 defeats to Villa and West Ham.
There we go. Look, that's a good question for us, Tom. Who do you support?
What
team do you... Yeah, Loughborough Dynamo, me, mate. Loughborough Dynamo. No, it's Leicester City, as you can imagine, is who we support. But what team do you support, Jacob? I've not seen you. I don't think I've seen you on here before, so let us know what team you support. Wolves, maybe.
So with a minute and a half to go, plus injury time, the ball is going to be taking a goal kick by Casper, who cleans his boots off on the post. Every groundsman's hate a goalkeeper smashing his boots on the post and chipping them apart. The ball will probably go long from Casper. As it does, it will go out of play for a throw into Wolves, just midway in their half.
Dylan says, how is Luckman on penalties for Fulham? Did you see that last night, Tom?
It brought back bad memories of going to Cardiff in the playoffs, mate, and seeing Kermagan. And then having Charlton fans singing "He Chip" for a laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, though, being over the years of fine Leicester, which one was worse? Being at the ground for the Kermagan penalty miss, or being at the ground when Troy Deeney scored that goal?
Oh, it's Deeney. Yeah, Deeney's worse, 100%. Got to be.
2 that following Leicester have been our take, or being at Stoke on the final day of the season and relegated. But we can look, that those things have probably made the club stronger over the last few years. Lovely 1-2 by Albrighton and Barnes. Barnes will just lose it and fall over. But if we put the pressure on in the corner...
How many minutes added, do you think, Tom? How many minutes? 2, 3?
I think we're looking at a minimum 3, possibly 4 with all the subs that have come on now. I mean, 30 seconds, you're probably looking at 3 to 4 minutes to go on to it. Well, we've got 10 seconds of this second half to go. Like I say, if we can see this out, it's very good for Leicester, considering the second half hasn't probably gone as well as much we wanted. We've had a good few chances. 5 minutes. Wolves will have a lift from this, so 5 minutes to go. They know they'll get one more chance here. They will get a chance. We all know that in football, there's one chance to go, but either team will get that chance. It's dependent if you can take it.
And as we know, in the Premier League, only 3 substitutions. Obviously, Europa League does have 5. So,
Strange.
we agreed. But I think that helps the bigger clubs, don't it, Tom? But I think, yeah, obviously only 3 substitutions. You know, in the Europa League, we might even bring someone on at this stage. But, you know, we've just got to keep fighting, keep them out, and claim these 3 points. Fingers crossed.
Jimmy Torre will track down the right-hand side. Fuchs and Justin to cover it. He's done Fuchs. He's done Troy. He's done Fuchs once. He's done James Justin again. He'll whip it in with his left foot. Albrighton, brilliant header at the back post. Reads it fantastic to get round there and cover. And then he'll nick it off Jimenez and win a free kick. Well played, Mark Albrighton there, showing all the experiences, even though he's not really a defensive player. Brilliant from Albrighton in that position.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant from Albrighton again there on the right hand side. Reece says, where has he got five minutes from? I think that's about right, as Tom said. Substitutions, and Fuchs was down as well for a little bit, so you know, a minute or so. So that's a fair representation. That.
Oh my God, good watch along, guys. Leeds has, I can't even see it.
Expressions. I think they're the YouTube channel.
It's crazy. You can imagine.
They're that channel, yeah. 4 minutes to hang on, Kieran says. That's it.
Be a very hard fought win, but I said it this morning when we were talking lots how difficult this game was going to be today. This was one of the games where a team would come and sit deep, what they have done, not really give us that many opportunities. But when we've had them, we've had the penalty, we've taken it. If you look at that, we've only had probably 1 or 2 chances. The Harvey Barnes one for me is the big one, what kills the game off. Even the Vardy penalty miss. Tillemans, well played. Tillemans will pick a ball up here and he'll win a free kick. That'll be a foul. That'll be another yellow card to the Wolves. Well played. Tillemans nicks the ball, takes it past the first man I thought was going to foul, then knocks it down the line and again gets completely taken out. Well played, Tillemans.
Yeah.
Well played.
And we'll take that. 2.5 minutes left to go late on in this game against Wolves at home. So we'll hopefully hold out now for these 3 points. 3 massive points, Tom.
Oh, massive, mate. Like you say, today, with a depleted team again, I mean, we keep saying depleted team, but with the lowest squad now, we're still winning football matches. And I think that was the biggest concern, where the wins were going to come with playing, as people would say, the Fuchs, you know, Albrighton type. High Barnes looking for the through ball for Vardy. If he finds him, he was away, because the running off Vardy there looked perfect for me. Wolves come forward, 2 minutes to go. Cross the line on the halfway line. Neves will go out to the left.
I think it was Kilman who got the yellow there, Dylan.
Yeah, Max Kilman, who's played a few games from now. The ball will come across the box. It will come to Bonnie. He'll hold it up. He'll go back to Bonnie. Mandy will come out and press him. Wolves just look a little bit short of ideas than passing across. They'll whip it in now to the back post. It blasted into Jimenez, who
get rid of it. Albrighton
clears up the line, and it will go out for a throw to Wolves on the halfway line.
Just over 1 minute left, guys. As Reece says, don't count chickens, which is correct. But 1 minute ago, 60 seconds. Fingers crossed we can hold out now. Massive 3 points if we do.
So Jimmy Troy will try and square up James Justin. It will come back across to Semedo, is it? Semedo, yeah. Number 20, Semedo for Wolves. Papimendi put his arm out and say, lads, you've got to help me here. Johnny Evans with a big header. Harvey Barnes again heavers it away. The Wolves are coming.
Brilliant
plays and Tillemans. Ball bounces off and it'll be a throw to Leicester. Well played, Tillemans.
And you would imagine that's all she wrote, Tom. You would imagine so. With just 30 seconds to go, Leicester have got a throw in Wolves' half.
This has been a tight one, really tight one for me. And we said it before, our Wolves are no mugs, and they haven't been there. But they haven't really caused us problems today, if I'm honest. We've kept Jimenez very quiet for me up front for them. It'll be a throw. 10 seconds to go.
Man of the match, Tom.
I'll be honest, mate. For me, Fofana at the back has been an absolute beast this second half, winning the ball back time after time, blocks. Wolves nick the ball. That's the 5 minutes up, but Wolves will come. Wolves are going down the left-hand side. Morgan will come out and try and stop it. The ball will go to Schmeichel, will go to the floor, and that will be the game for me. Kasper Schmeichel with a brilliant take in the air, falls to the ground, tells the boys to go up the pitch. We're not playing out from the back here. That'll be 95 minutes and 20 seconds. And this big kick up the park should be the full-time whistle for me, referee. On the floor, kicks it long, and the referee blows. And that's another win on the books. Leicester 1, Wolverhampton 0. And Leicester go top of the Premier League for a few hours, depending on the Liverpool result.
That's it. As Reese has said here, there we go. 1-0, 3 points. Who cares? We said a minute ago, Tom, about 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago or so, if we see this game out, it's such a hard-fought win, and it will be as rewarding to them players as a 4-0, or a 4-1 as we did against Leeds. Brilliant defensive work there as well towards the end. And as you said, your man of the match is Fofana. I would have to agree with you. What an unbelievable performance once again from him. Phil, I'm sure, is going to be joining us soon. Should we just get Jamie in now to get his reaction after the match?
He's ready.
There he is.
Come on. we made hard work of that, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think we made hard work a little bit, but I think we all knew that Wolves were going to come out and have some kind of reaction in that second half. So to for me, not really be too overrun. I had 1 or 2 chances at the back post again, but I thought we handled it quite well second half, even if we didn't really create much.
And as you can see there, if whoever's watching Sky, obviously Leicester are top of the league, 1 point ahead of Tottenham, and we will stay there until Liverpool play against Manchester City at full time there. So here we go. Is the boss.
Game of 2 penalties, wasn't it? Game of 2 penalties. One that shouldn't was a dodgy one. One was a definite penalty. We got 1 out of 2, which is at least we scored one of them. I'm surprised Vardy went the other side, actually. So would have thought he'd have stayed the same side. I think the keeper outdid him a little bit there, but we won 3 points, top of the league yet again.
Yeah, we are, until obviously we'll all be cheering, I think, for Man City in the next game at 4:30, won't we, lads?
Well, Liverpool's got to win now. Liverpool has to win. A draw's not good enough for them, so it's got to be a win for Liverpool. So, yeah, I'll take a draw for them any day.
Fee says, great watch-along. Thanks, guys. Well done to Lox and Tom for doing that again. Did you enjoy it, lads?
I loved it, mate. Oh, my internet dropping out.
Not quite 4 goals for Leicester this time, but look, there's been a load of people in watching. So honestly, we appreciate that massively, everyone watching.
Yeah. You even got one from Mexico as well, didn't you?
We've had a few. We've been going. We've been going about the soul Cerveza. Is it Jamie Cerveza?
He actually said hello from Mexico when he first came on.
We thought so.
Yes, it was pretty simple to say. So yeah.
For me,
yeah.
You need to be in the background as the interpreter.
I'm sure you can get 3 words, so you'll be all right there. But anyway, football. Yes, Andy Medhurst. What a great save that was by Casper. Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? Thought that was in the back of the net. Oh, Lox has gone. See you, Lox. Bye.
It's just doing something.
Oh, get another beer. It was a bit of it, like Ryan says. It was a bit of a smash and grab, wasn't it? It was a bit of a smash and grab.
I thought we were the best team in the first half, and second half, I think it was just one of those. Sometimes you have to win a little bit ugly, and you score a goal, and then you defend it, don't you, Jamie?
Oh yeah, you do. And Rossi's right there, Tom. 3 out of 3, 3 wins out of 3, 3 watch-alongs, 3 wins. What more do you want?
I'm just going to go back to that point, smash and grab. I mean, it's a terminology that gets used sometimes a little bit too often when a team come out and defend well. I generally think that the second half, we all knew the Wolves, they're a quality team with quality players, and they weren't going to come around and sit at the back like they'd done in the first half, and Nuno was going to fire them up. I thought we handled them quite well. Like I said, we were talking in commentary then that Raul Jimenez very, very rarely got in the box and caused us problems, where I felt at times, bar the long ball to the back post where JJ got caught out again, what's probably his Achilles heel at the moment, he does get caught out sometimes. We defended well for that second half, and if you take the chances when it fell to Harvey Barnes in the box for me, he's got to do better there. He's got to get the shot away quicker. I thought we played well, quite well, really.
I thought we played well. You love that word, don't you, Tom? Commentary. On the commentary, we said...
What am I doing?
But man of the match, I don't know who man of the match would be for me personally. I think that it was a good all-round team performance. Probably Fofana just shaded it. Maybe hashtag manage, because you don't really notice hashtag at all, do you? He's there, he's just here, there, and everywhere. And he does what he's done, and he does a good job. So I think I'll just factually give it to Fofana, because some of the tackles, there was one tackle in the first half, One tackle and one interception he did in the penalty box. Absolutely fantastic. How he managed to stretch his leg just to get it back from the attacker. Unbelievable.
Quality.
He's going to be a quality player. He really is. 19 years old, 30 million. Wow.
I gave it to Fafana in the game. I just felt the pass, the interception at the back post when Wolves were coming in to score. It was a blatant going to be a goal if he misses it. The ball to win on the edge of the area, takes through the man, win the ball, and then run up the park to the halfway line. His general all-round play at the back, you know, for a 19-year-old, his reading and positional sense is sensational. And he was just great there. Look, it was close second with Fuchs and Mendy next. I thought Fuchs had another brilliant game at the back.
Fuchs good. That's his 6th game on the trot he's played. He hasn't played that many for 3 years on the trot.
Not bad for an old guard, is he?
I know. That's 6 wins on the bounce as well. You can't fault it, can you? Big Wes comes in, does his bit at the end. Steadies up the ship at the back. Quality. Brendan Rodgers has got it about right, I think, this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where's all the viewers then? Where are they all at? Where's all the fans wanting to come on?
I've just shared a link and we've got people waiting to come on. I am just actually getting the league table up so we can just have a little look at that. So, Jamie, who was your man of the match? Sorry, just while I upload
I'm going
table.
just for Fafana. Just slightly over hashtag, but just for Fafana.
So
yeah, that looks good, doesn't it?
Just popped it on screen there, the league table. Leicester, obviously, that's what we're all interested in. Looking good there. Are sat top of the table with 18 points after 8 games. Then Spurs are just behind us, 1 point behind, but they've played 8. Southampton doing very well for Southampton with 16 points. Liverpool play literally in 28 minutes and play Man City. So it won't be easy. And then go on.
So Spurs had they doubled their lead at the top of the table because when we won the league, they had 15 minutes at the top. I think they had half hour this time, didn't they? Something like that.
Phil, can you just bring that table back up, please, mate?
Yeah.
I can't see Man United anywhere.
No, I agree, yes.
Where's Harry Maguire?
No, you can't.
I can't see them on there, mate.
I quite cunningly cut that table at 13th so that Man United weren't on it because that's always nice to do, isn't it? They are in 14th position.
Got a right mix and match table, that is. It really is a mix and match, isn't it? You would have never expected that this year.
It shows you with
Southampton.
Yeah, and it shows you with Wolves as well. Wolves, if they'd have won today, they'd have been on 16 and we would have been on 15. So it shows you that it was a good result today, Tom.
Oh, massive result. Like we said, we've grounded out at the end. You know, first half, I thought we were dominant, bar a 10-minute period, 5 at the first and 5 at the end. Second half, we hung in there. We really did towards the end. But these are the games, I think last year, towards the back end of the season, we would have conceded goals. In games gone by last season, we would have conceded 2 goals in the second half and lost those kind of games because we didn't structurally look right, where now we look solid. We really do. Even without Soyuncu and Didi, Ricardo, Tumi Castagne playing in the back, we look so much more solid. We look so much hard to break down and we know our positions. Whoever comes in the team plays in their position and knows how to do the job. So brilliant performance. I think Rodgers has really got this team ticking now and knows how to do the jobs. And we win games like that, we'll be more than better off sitting at the top of the table.
Zab says LOX 22 points to safety.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go with that mentality again, every each game as it comes and all of that, who knows? We could finish top of the tree again. But yeah, it's early days.
That's where you've got to start. 40 points.
That's it. That's how we started last time. But I think we said the other night, didn't we, about how someone put a comment up about we've got to just not have that massive dip in form after Christmas like we did last year. And some of us said you'd think that they'd have learned from it, and that's what you hope. It's always in the back of your mind. If it happened last year, it could happen again. But I do think that we would have learned from it, and I think they've got experience now in that situation. They're going to have European experience. I think the only way is up.
Yeah, obviously we go into international break now, Tom, which is a good timing, I think. Regardless of what Liverpool does, it doesn't matter what Liverpool do today. Obviously, we don't want them to win, but it's a great position to go into an international break for Leicester.
With coming back to Liverpool, in 2 weeks' time, with hopefully Ricardo, Soyuncu, Castagne all back into the mix. I won't say start, but coming back into it, I think the club probably will have some close games, behind all games to get these boys some match fitness. Do I see them starting? No, I don't. I don't think he'll change it too much going into that Liverpool game because we're winning games. But we know Ricardo's not going to be far as coming back into the team, and Cassagna will start that game because Cassagna this season has been sensational for me. For the lad to come in, not only have one training session before the West Brom game, and some of these, defensive work, but his creativity going forward is what we miss sometimes.
We've got fans clicked on the link. We've put it out there a few times. I'm going to get people on one by one and just give them literally a minute to tell us who was their man of the match and what were their views. So let's start with Sam. Let's get Sam your views in very quickly. Sam, you all right?
Yeah.
Who was your man of the match, Sam? That's really what I want to know from you.
The 19-year-old defender.
Which defender? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Fofana.
Fofana. You thought he was the man of the match.
I think that's going to be a popular decision, I think.
So Sam's saying Fofana. Sam, thanks for joining us. I'm going to let you go. Fofana then, Lox. Again, is that potentially who you'd go with?
100%, yeah. I was saying to Tom during the commentary, as Jamie likes to point out. No, it was Tom doing the commentary. As Tom said, as I said to Tom, sorry, it's just a gift that keeps on giving. It's every single game. There's just not a bad thing you can say about him. I suppose all you could really say in that game was his yellow card, but I think even that was a bit unlucky from him. So, yeah, he's been absolutely quality. He's another great performance today. He's a rock at the back, and as I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Man United are going to want to replace Maguire with Wesley Fofana next summer, I think. So yeah, he's absolutely world class, and he's shown it again tonight.
What's that? 120 million, 140 million, something like that for Fofana.
Something like that,
yeah.
Let's add Jack.
Double Maguire's price.
Jackie, all right? Welcome to the show. And Ross,
right,
let's get you two boys on together. Let's start with you, Jack. Who was your man of the match today?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to give it to Fofana, but I think JJ were not far behind. I thought
he did.
Both had a fantastic game.
I mean, all joking aside, Lox, JJ did. I know he was going to be your Boldy Lox for this week, but I agree with Jack. I thought James Justin is growing over this season with his. He's for me, he looks a nicely settled in fullback now.
Yeah, I mean, he was my close second for man of the match just because he didn't score, thankfully. I'm really happy that the Wolves defender took him out and gave away a penalty there because I think he could have scored if not. So I keep my hair for another week. Well, two weeks. I don't know how the days work out. But 2 weeks. And then let's maybe next week on my Friday show with Josh, we'll come up with the next Baldy Lox bet.
Ross, thanks for joining us, Ross. Who was your man of the match?
Before I do my little celebration I like to do, I think man of the match was either Pratt. I thought it was outstanding. And Fofana again. I mean, you look when Wolves on the attack and that brilliant challenge that he put in. And I thought it was fantastic again. I think Sky Sports got it right with the man of the match for Fofana. I think Pratt wasn't too far behind. As well, I think the game. I mean, obviously, to be fair, it was a good save from Patricio, for the penalty. Can't take away from that. And obviously, imagine if Justin scored. Just imagine.
Yeah, it'd have been brilliant.
Imagine that live on Leicester Fan TV. Shaving your head.
Don't stop.
To stop. No, so sorry, I can't stay on too long, so I'm just going back off the break. My little celebration I always like to do. Hang on.
Hold on.
Go on, Tom. Join in.
Come on, Tom. Get your lights going. There we go.
I love that message with Tom's green screen though.
Yeah, it packaged him up a bit, doesn't it?
Ross.
All that way.
No worries.
Thanks,
Every
Ross.
week that'll get sorted. I'll get that.
Cheers, mate.
You'll
let
get it
Ross
better and
go.
better.
Thanks, Ross. Jack, Ross is going. Jack, just before we let you go, because I've got lots of fans clicking on, which is great. I want to get them on. A bit of a scruffy win in a way, but sometimes they're the best ones, aren't they?
Yeah, Phil, it reminded me of the Arsenal game. It was very edgy, cagey sort of affair, and I thought Leicester defended well. When Traore came on, we kept him quiet. Jimenez didn't really see much of him this game. Traore, run him down the wing, take it from him. That's what you've got to do with a guy like that, and I think we held all and we got the result that we deserved.
Brilliant, brilliant, Jack. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to get Chris and Matty in next. We'll see you soon, Jack.
There's a comment from Ashley Campbell. Just you can bring them on at the same time. Ashley Campbell, a defence of Pereira, Evans, Fofana, Soyuncu, and Castagna. That would be one cracking on YouTube, Phil. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a defence that would be. That lineup would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be. I feel like James Justin and Christian Fuchs have done us proud today, though. But I do know what they're saying. Castagna and Pereira look different class at the moment, don't they?
Oh yeah, they certainly do.
Let's get.
What are you laughing at?
Ross's comment. Look at Ross's comment.
Well, he's up.
I can't see.
He's up now. Sorry. It looked like he was asleep. Sorry.
Let's reading what Casper has said. That's all.
Matty, thanks for joining us, Matty, and Chris. Matty, we've got lots of people coming on, so I can't keep you on too long. But Matty, can you tell us who was your man of the match and what were your views on the match today?
Well, I just wanted to gloat for a minute, actually, because I said it's going to be a very tight game. And,
he did.
It'd be 1-0 and Vardy would score the winner. So,
but not for the penalty. You didn't say penalty, though, did you?
Well,
so it doesn't count.
Well, that doesn't matter, does it, Jamie?
So Matty, did you put any money on that, like, pinpoint prediction?
I'm a terrible punter. If I put money on it, it would have lost, mate. But my man of the match was Little Wes. I thought he was fantastic today. I mean, what a find he was. He's going to be immense, and everyone will be after him in the close season in the autumn, won't they? So brilliant result, brilliant defence, well set up team. Can't say any more. Fantastic. We're top of the league, aren't we? Come on, Leicester.
I mean, there was one point in the second half. Again, he did it in the Europa League, but he did it in the second half. Wes Fofana brought the ball out. I've heard people say, he's a bit like a Beckenbauer or something, but he brought the ball out from pretty much the edge of his own area and took it, 3/4 of the way down the pitch and just did a nice little layoff.
Absolutely. Don't forget the lad's only 19 years old. I mean, he's absolutely. He plays like he's been playing in the Premier League for years, doesn't he? Absolutely fantastic performance that was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him. It wasn't just him, though, was it? I mean, Christian Fuchs again. You could name a number of players, but the team was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks, Matty, for joining us again and getting your views in there. We're going to let you go in a minute, Chris. Again, thanks for joining us. What's your post-match views then?
Well, basically, first half I thought we was absolutely fantastic. Second half I was a bit worried, a bit nervous. Not because we were doing any worse. It was just more they were pressuring more. And then when Schmeichel did that fantastic save, I was just he was my man of the match. I think either him or Fofana. Yeah, Fofana's probably been popular tonight, but I think Schmeichel just for that one save.
I think you're right, Chris. We've not even got onto that save yet. That was perhaps out the whole match. That was the thing that made me leap out my seat. That save. It was what a save, wasn't it? That moment, Chris.
Very much so. It showed Schmeichel's, dependency. How we can really depend on him when we need to, basically. And that I generally thought, oh my God, they're going to score now. It's going to be 1-1. But no, that save really eased.
I think it's Chris. I think it's a sign of a good keeper. He had anything to do all game, and then all of a sudden he pulls out that worldy save, top corner, and pushes it over for a corner. I think quality keeper. I know we've had his little faults. We always moan at his little faults. He's kicking a cat, but he does pull out some wonderful stops every so often, doesn't he? And he proves a point that he's a decent keeper. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Unprofessional.
Tom, Stuart says here, great saves are like a goal, and that was as good as a goal from Casper today.
Yeah.
Sort of the turning point for me in the game, because if you look at the Wolves players as he saves it, they all drop to their knees because they all thought that from the net. If you look at the replay behind the goal as he shoots, they all thought it in, and when he dives and kicks it out, 4 of the Wolves players just dropped to the floor like, what have we got to do today to score? So it was a massive turning point that Casper pulls out a terrific save like that.
Brilliant. Thanks, Matty, and thanks, Chris. I'm going to let you guys go.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks.
See you later, Chris, Matt.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks again, guys.
This is all good getting these fans in, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's ever so easy.
going to share the link again. We've got Sean's joined us. Sean, how are you, mate?
I find you.
Very good. Thanks again for joining us, Sean. Who was your man of the match, Sean?
Oh, I was so nervous then, mate. But well, I think Rana, and of course what's the name? Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes.
I'll tell you what, Harvey Barnes, I thought he was going to nail it for us with the 2-0, get that second goal. I was cursing him, to be fair, because I thought he messed it up.
Yeah,
on,
when
Jamie.
he came on, he changed the game, didn't he, a bit? He changed the game, and Harvey Barnes came in, he put a bit more energy and excitement. What's that, Sean? What you drawing for us? Other way, a little bit more. There we go. Leicester City Football Club. Yeah, Foxes never quit. That's the way, Sean.
Well done, Sean. Thanks, Sean. Thanks again for coming on, pal. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, Sean.
Cheers, Sean.
Bye. Cheers, Sean.
So much
Come on,
to
you
Sean.
Foxes.
It's great to have Sean in. Here comes Michael as well, all the way from the States. Great to have Michael.
We were talking about him earlier, weren't we?
We were saying, where is Michael?
Yo,
where's Michael?
We haven't lost in so long. It's just been win after win. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. We're having a great time over here in the States. Great time. What a great match. Sometimes those grinded out matches, you know, where you can evaluate your team's heart and your team's lungs and your team's legs. You know, that's what happened today. And Wesley Fofana, he has heart. Dennis Pratt. These guys have played so many minutes and so many games in a row. Fuchs has played like full 94 matches in a row, I think, maybe more. What a great team effort. And even though it was a harsh penalty, you know, I'll take it.
Yeah. But the second one was a proper penalty, though, wasn't it, Michael?
Oh, great save by Patricio. Great save, you know. And so I guess it evens out, you know, with the first one.
Michael, who was your man of the match today? We've been trying to debate. I mean, there's people in the running. I thought Dennis Pratt first half played good. Casper for that save, maybe. Vardy puts away his chance, and he had a great shot in the second half. But Michael, who were you going for?
I'm going to say it was Fofana. Wolves. We didn't really test their keeper, and they tested our keeper. They tested our back line, and Fofana he met them every time. When Big West came in, he held it down for those last those last 15 minutes. And so Little West. Someone said we're gonna have to sell him to Man United. I think he's gonna have to get sold. He's gonna be ended up in the Spanish league for $100 million or something like that. You know, in 2 years, we're gonna have to sign him to a long-term contract ASAP.
I mean, can I just say?
Yes.
So I was just gonna say, Michael. Obviously, we're top of the league now. How do you feel about stopping the count? Stop the count now. Whilst we're top of the league.
We're winning. That's very good.
Yeah, with the COVID break, I'm so excited for Sunday, Thursday football. You know, I want to watch as many football games as possible. And we're playing so good. Don't stop the count. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. I got my clapper. Let's keep it going.
Unfortunately, it's international week next week, isn't it? We've got no game next week.
Yeah, that's okay. We can take a break. It was perfect. Fuchs, I felt like maybe towards the end of the match, Johnny, his back's not right. So let's get everyone back at the house, take a break, you know, and get back after it and get ready for Liverpool.
You're right. I mean, it's a good time. I mean, it's quite good that Maddison's not in the England squad nor Barnes. It gives those guys a bit of a break. Johnny Evans, though, Jamie. Go on, Michael.
I hear a lot of moaning always when our players don't get picked for the England squad, and I mean, I don't really understand because I'm an American, but as a Leicester fan, I don't want them to play. I want them to get their rest. I don't want them to try to get a nick there, you know. So that's how I see it.
I think that's what we say, Michael. We don't want them to play in the internationals. Give them a break. 2 weeks off. Feet up on a beach somewhere. Well, you can't do that now,
when we're
can you?
doing so well in the league, especially when we're doing so well in the league.
Michael, can you see this?
Yeah, for sure.
How good does that look to you?
That looks amazing. No Man U, Liverpool. I mean, let's go Man City. You know, let's go. You know, and
there's no Man City on there either, is there?
Oh, there is. They're in 12th. They're in 12th.
Sorry, yeah.
Well,
so low down you can't see them.
So we'll take a draw. We'll take a draw with Man City, Liverpool today, and go into international break, top of the league. So give Sky Sports something to talk about.
Tom looks like he needs to go for a kick there. He looks like he's about ready for bed. He's had a busy afternoon commentating.
It's been a long week of commentating, Jamie will say. three games and 9 goals. Hey, what can you say?
So it's 8:30 in the morning here, so I just ate my breakfast.
What, kegs and eggs?
Yeah.
No kegs today, but definitely eggs. No kegs today.
It's been good. It has been frantic the last few weeks. I don't know. Is anybody else getting grief off the missus, by the way?
So much football.
Yeah.
Too much football. Yeah.
I bought us some flowers yesterday. It'll be all right.
What, from the petrol station?
Tesco Express.
That's a good. My missus will be jealous now, Lox. So I best go and sort that out.
Yeah.
Michael, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Michael.
Cheers, Michael. Come again soon.
Cheers.
Yes, Lox, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say I'm off now. So
yeah,
I think as Tom will say as well, thanks so much for everyone who's watched the watch-alongs. Much appreciated.
Quality stream. Decent figures today, lads. Decent figures.
And if you're enjoying it, put in the comments, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then we'll continue them going forwards.
Brilliant, Lox, and thank you to Tom as well, the pair of you, for fantastic.
Keeping it going. Really enjoying it, and like I say,
apart from his internet going down right at the beginning.
That was just
thought he'd done a runner. Left Lox on his own.
Someone mentioned about I'd shaved my head this morning. I panicked.
Yeah, no,
cheers.
Indeed. Thanks, Lox. We'll let you go then, Tom.
Cheers, lads.
We're just going to wrap up here. Thank you so much. That is it. It is a nice little international break now, Jamie, isn't it? So I think we can all gather our breath, can't we? Thanks, Tom and Lox, by the way.
Yes, brilliant. They're doing a fantastic job, then, pair, aren't they? They're getting a good bit of banter going with some of the regulars already after 3 games. So, yeah, it's well worth it watching that watch-along. I delved in a little bit today, watched it. It was quite funny, actually. Surprised them two are funny, actually.
That's good. Chris says he gets even more grief from the missus because she's a Liverpool fan. Yeah, that does add some spice to the mix, doesn't it, when you live with somebody who isn't a Leicester fan?
Oh, just talking of Liverpool, that's the next game, isn't it, on the Saturday? Has it been moved yet for TV on any kind of free TV or anything, or is it still 3 o'clock? I haven't.
I need to check.
I looked this morning and it was still said 3 o'clock on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So whether it's still there, I don't know.
It'd be a strange one. You would think they would want that on a TV time. I don't know if they do 3
because the pay-per-view is finished now, hasn't it? So, or they're going to scrap it, so they say. So anyway, that's enough for that. 3 points, 6 wins on the trot. What more do you want? Is that your mate from Thermiston there,
It is.
Phil?
Scratch. He kept coming up as Scratch. There's not many people called Scratch around, is there? So it is Scratch I know from Thermiston. And he says, back 3 were brilliant today. Fofana, man of the match. Great save from Casper, which pretty much is a great place to leave it, I think, Jamie. Sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah. 3 points.
Vardy gets two penalties and that great shot in the second half, but scores a goal.
I still don't know why he changed his direction. Why does he lets the keeper make his mind? Why does he change his mind? He should let the keeper make his mind. But we won, so it doesn't matter. If it'd been 1-1, then yeah, we could have had a bit of a moan. But we'll just have to wait and see. But we won 3 points. That's all that matters.
Brilliant. All right, Jamie. Thanks again for joining us.
And Vardy's gone to 111 goals now. He's gone above Emil Heskey. He's level with Dion Dublin now
in the Premier League.
In the Premier League goal scoring list.
And it's not over yet, is it?
No, not by a long way.
Well,
but that's a fun house.
Yeah. Joanna lives with a scout. Well, with a Liverpool fan. I bet there is some banter in there.
I bet there will be next week. Or the week after.
There's been a good few years for Leicester Liverpool banter, which is great. Craig says here, thanks, Craig. He says all the team were man of the match. Sometimes it does need just a gritty performance, doesn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, bit of a backs against the wall performance. All stick together. The old what was it when we won the league? Band of brothers, blood brothers, whatever it was. It was something that kind of thing, wasn't it? So yeah, that's good. Like you say,
good place.
We deserved 3 points. We got there, and that's it. That's done, dusted.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jamie, as ever, for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll be back. Are you doing
Oh, I don't know.
next week or not? With
I don't know yet. We'll see. See how it goes. I might give everyone a break from my radio face for once.
We've all been on a lot over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think the wives might enjoy a bit of a break from it.
Yeah, we'll let you know. All right then. Thanks, Jamie. I'm gonna
see you later.
See you soon, and I'm going to be off as well now. Thanks for everybody who's got all
see
their
you
comments
later.
in.
Adios all. Ciao, ciao.
With your chows and all that. We'll see you soon, Jamie. Thanks everybody for getting all your comments in. Don't forget to like and share these videos. If you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be much appreciated. My name's Phil. We'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks as ever for these guys for helping us bring you Leicester Fan TV.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.